hug the nuts of billion-dollar gaming corporations that abuse them. But bro, it's in the terms of service, it's in the privacy policy, it's in the fucking document that nobody, including me, read. Like, it blows my mind that people unironically sit around and be like, wow, dude, you're a dum-dum. The billion-dollar company put that in page 240 of the 700-page terms of service that is impossible to read before using the product. You're a fucking idiot, bro. Like, what if that just wasn't a thing, and, like, you could just fucking use the product you purchased rightfully? And then companies sit around and wonder why people want to pirate games so bad. Like, some people don't have money, they just don't want to pay for games, that's why they pirate. But a good amount of that is because of shit like this. Like, why support shitty game companies that don't care about you, that don't care about me, that get away with doing shit like this? And, it says, oh, Ubisoft claimed they don't close accounts that are inactive for less than 4 years. Something about this doesn't seem like this guy, who, his page is called Anti-DRM PC Enjoyer, okay? He runs a page about PC gaming and info and news. I really don't think that he went without 4 years without playing Ubisoft games and logging into their servers and shit. Something about that doesn't seem right. Like, how many people in the games world go 4 years without playing video games? That just doesn't seem very realistic, right? And honestly, Ubisoft is a shitty company, so the idea of them trying to fuck people over before that 4 years doesn't seem like a far-fetched idea to me, man. So the fact that, like, game companies can just, get away with, like, literally removing the product you paid for because you didn't log into an account often enough, that's fucking stupid, regardless of what laws the people over in fucking Europe have, which, whatever, right? They want to policy that shit over there, fine. But these companies need to quit pretending like that affects me. I mean, I paid $70 for this game, right? I should be able to play this game until it's literally no longer playable. And to continue my defense of having physical media, like, what happens when the servers go offline, bro? Like, when Ubisoft decides that Uplay is no longer financially profitable, and the games that they have on there are no longer financially profitable, and they shut all the fucking servers down, then what? Oh, cool. Oh, you had a license to access that software on our servers? Yeah, that's gone, by the way. Fuck you. Thanks for your $70, dum-dum. Like, that's quite literally where we're at in the games industry. And then people see situations like this, and rightfully so, are like, hey, what the fuck? How is this possible? Why are they allowed to do this to me? Because we as consumers have let these companies get too comfortable with doing shit like this. EA, Activision Blizzard, Ubisoft, Rockstar/2K, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. Like, they all have gotten away with creating these convoluted processes to play the products that you're paying for. You used to be able to just load these fucking games up and start them and install the software and play and connect to the servers however much you wanted, and then now you gotta go to the individual fucking launcher that this company has that none of the other companies use, and you have to buy their game on that server and download it from their server and agree to their terms of service to play 1 or 2 games through their fucking company. And it doesn't work out ever for any of them.
Johnny Bootlegger. It's the shot you actually want to take. Strong enough to get the job done. And the night started. Take your best shot. Johnny Bootlegger.
Any of them, because all of these launchers suck, they're coded like shit, they don't run well, half of them are broken. Like, if you ever use the Rockstar Games launcher, or Origin, or even Uplay, like, they all fucking suck, they're terrible. Like, we as consumers have been getting fucked for so long in the whole process of buying games, and this is just another symptom of it. And even then, people are just now figuring out that this shit can even happen, right? That's crazy to think. Like, we have gotten so detached from this kind of shit in the games industry that we don't even know what's happening, right? Then we all look like the fucking idiots when we have to circle back to this or whatever, right? So I just don't think that this should even be a concern. Like, if you pay for a game, regardless of the price, you should get what you paid for. Like, that's simply just, like, principle of trade. I mean, if I go into fucking McDonald's, right, and I buy a fucking French fry. I don't know how much French fries cost at McDonald's, right? $4, we'll say. I expect to get $4 of French fries, right? Like, if they gave me 2 fries and a cup, I'd be like, hey, what the fuck, bro? Or, like, if they didn't give me like, imagine that. Imagine you go into McDonald's, right? You're like, I want to get a meal, okay? And you pay your $15 or whatever, you go sit at the table. But it's like 3 minutes to closing time before the restaurant shuts down, and you're sitting there eating, and then when the time comes for them to close, you know, you're halfway through your food, they come up to you, they're like, hey, fuckface, that cheeseburger doing you real good? That's good. Yeah, they grab you by your fucking cheeks and they make you spit the little bits of it in your mouth out back on the tray. They're like, oh, by the way, we're out of business. And they take the tray of food away from you and throw it in the fucking trash can and close it up. And then kick you out of the restaurant. That's basically how this is all eventually going to go. Whenever these companies decide that this art is no longer worth preserving, aka these games, these servers are no longer worth maintaining and keeping up, fuck you and all your purchases. Yeah, imagine that, right? And, I mean, right now, nobody would be none the wiser, right? Like, nobody would know what to do. So, this type of shit here should be illegal. This type of shit here should be monitored. You know, we as consumers need to do something about it, too. Like, instead of just me sitting here bitching in a video, like, there really does need to be a renaissance of physical media. That to me is the only way to avoid shit like this. Just having a physical disc that you can put into your machine and load the software off of that and be able to play. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubTheOptimist. Make sure to check out Shoptimist down below. Thank you to my... What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are talking about the end of Twitter, and it's actually kind of a surprise. I never really thought that we would be talking about the actual end of Twitter, but Elon Musk and the team have now announced basically that Twitter is finally getting rebranded. The new name will be Twitter X, and they will be removing the iconic bird logo from all of their branding, as they are essentially going to be rebranding Twitter and trying to now take Twitter and create essentially an entirely new app that people are calling a WhatsApp equivalent, like here in the West. It's actually kind of crazy. So, I mean, I guess Twitter is still going to technically exist, you know, except with the new rebranding and everything and the new direction that's being taken for the app. It definitely isn't going to be like Twitter as we know it. And it's going to get to a point where the app is going to be completely irrecognizable compared to what we see now. Sure, it'll have some of the same functionality, some of the, I guess, same things, you know, your basic tweets and whatnot, right, and your followers and your page and everything, but they're trying to basically take Twitter and make it an everything app. This is something that we've been hearing pretty much ever since Elon Musk has basically announced that he was going to be buying Twitter. We kind of knew this was eventually coming, but now it's official. We have our first look at the new logo, which will simply be an X. It will no longer be the Twitter bird that we've all been used to for almost 2 decades now. And of course, the public reaction to this news has honestly been pretty negative. A lot of the people, especially on Twitter, have been absolutely destroying the idea of this rebrand. And I have to say, me personally, I don't think I'm the biggest fan either. Now, it isn't like I have some sort of brand loyalty to Twitter in specific, or like, you know, I just really love Twitter that much, but I really don't think that this is the best rebranding possible. I don't really see the point in doing so, and I don't think that it is completely necessary for them to even accomplish the goals that they're going for. It really more seems like Elon is just taking the app and turning it into something cool sounding, right? That's the whole idea. I don't think really Twitter's in a spot where it needs such a big rebrand, but we basically now will be able to see what, I guess, Twitter X, as people are calling it, is now going to look like. So basically, there's 2 different types of speculation. Like, we really don't even know the full extent of the rebrand. Like, a lot of full extent of the rebrand. But a lot of people are saying that it will be called Twitter X. Like, just, I don't know. To me, that sounds like a porn website, to be honest. So this is what the rebrand is going to change to. That X on the right is apparently the new logo, and they'll be getting rid of the iconic X. X is the possibilities that we're talking about here. A lot of people are saying it's going to be just called X, and my opinion really kind of, it's a little different depending on the name, right? So let's say, hypothetically, that tomorrow we all wake up, right, and the app is called Twitter X. Like I said, to me, that just sounds like a, porn site, bro. That just, it doesn't sound like a social media all-in-one app that, you can text and call people on, that you can tweet off of, get information from. That's kind of like their goal, right? We've even been seeing leaks recently that Twitter is working on actual calling and stuff for the app. So they're really going the entire WhatsApp route, right? As people have been saying. But Twitter X doesn't really seem to accommodate that goal to me, bro. You're first off making the name longer for no reason. You already have Twitter, but now people are supposed to call it Twitter X. Which, what does that name even mean, bro? So it's Twitter as we already know it, but with the letter X. What is that really supposed to symbolize or be important to, right? It just more or less serves to kill the brand identity they already have, but I don't see a purpose in doing that. Now, let's say it's called simply X, right? That would be the most questionable decision out of all of them. I mean, just truth be told, if Twitter changes to simply X, bro, once again, it sounds like a porn app or like a porn website, bro. The letter X is not often affiliated with all-encompassing, family-friendly, walk in the door and use this social media type of thing, right? Like Facebook, for instance, right? You break the name down, it's just a really big book of faces, right? You just go to the profiles, there's a whole fucking online book of them. Twitter made sense because, the whole app was bird-themed and whatnot, right? And Twitter fell right alongside all that. You were messaging off the birds and whatnot, right? Snapchat makes sense because not only can you send snapshotted pictures of yourself, but you can also chat, hence Snapchat. Twitter X does not do anything to actually identify the purpose of the app, which the whole point of rebranding and branding in general is to do that, right? Is to give people the reason to use the app. Why? What do I do with it? What am I looking forward to when I download this app? Oh, well, you get Twitter X, or perhaps even more creatively, just X. You get X. Oh, so what? I get crossed out? I get porn? What do I get? I mean, to be fair, ever since Elon has taken control of the platform, pornography has just been rampant on Twitter. It was already on there in the first place, but ever since he's been in control, bro, it seems like every trend, every tweet, you got OnlyFans models, bots commenting on them, bro. Maybe they do need to rename it just X. It'll fit the actual fucking name of the page in the first place. I don't know, but like I said, the public reaction to this has been pretty lukewarm on the behalf of Twitter, right? People aren't really seeing the point because, I mean, let's be real, man. I just don't see what the point is in getting rid of the brand Twitter. Also, too, the Twitter brand has been one of the most iconic social media platforms for 2 decades almost. People they know what Twitter is. They understand Twitter. They see the logo and recognize it, right? You're destroying all of this progress that you've already got, burning your brand into the brains of billions of people around the planet, and you're gonna just redo all of that to make the most generic looking X logo possible. Also, there's no creativity in the logo. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm some sort of fucking logo designer, right? I sit around and design logos for a living, but I think pretty much anybody can take a look at this Twitter X logo and be like, yeah, this is so fucking generic and it really does nothing. It serves zero purpose. I mean, genuinely, and I'm not trying to be an asshole or be mean to the people who quote unquote designed this X, bro, but not only is it one of the easiest, most generic shapes that you could possibly make, it doesn't even really look that good, bro. This is the default logo for a team in Madden when you relocate, bro. Or this is what I expect for a Microsoft program icon to look like in 1993. This is not the face of a brand that has hundreds of millions of users. And I also, it's so fucking dystopian. There's no color, there's no sense of anything other than just dread and gloom, bro. And to be fair, it is Twitter, so you should go into everything expecting despair and gloom. However, could we not make the logo, the face of the company, of the brand, a little bit more inviting? Maybe symbolic of something, symbolic of the intentions that you have as a company, or maybe even a personal anecdote, right? Fun fact, okay? If you guys know Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, that's actually named after the founder of the company's dog, Raisin King. So the whole restaurant is named after his dog. That's kind of a cool little personal tidbit when you go to the restaurant and you see the big dog on the side of the wall. But when you go to Twitter, not Twitter, X. When you go to X, right, and you see the big Marvel supervillain looking X logo hanging over the fucking company in black and white, you assume that when you walk through the doors that Darth Vader and the Galactic Empire will greet you. But instead of being Darth Vader, it's Elon Musk in his own suit. He's got a fucking SpaceX jetpack on his back, right? Like, I just don't get what the identity they're going for here is. It's supposed to be the all-in-one app that does everything. You couldn't find a name that encompassed that objective that wasn't just a letter of the fucking alphabet, of like 70 alphabets even. Like, I guess it's easy to recognize, right? But like, how many companies on the planet probably have an X as their logo, dude? Like, this doesn't stand out against anything. And, I mean, the Twitter logo, I mean, was it perfect? No, you probably could do better if you really tried, but at least it stood for something and it actually, like, created value for the company, and it was, like, something kind of cute and cool that people could be like, oh, wow, that's the Twitter bird, he's cute. Maybe I want to go tweet a little bit. But now they get to look at this big, glaring, black and white X that they've probably seen 700 times across the internet, and then they get to go, wow, well, I guess I should get ready for a whole lot of nothing. I don't know, man. Like, it's not that I hate Elon Musk, too. Like, I know a lot of people hate him, and, you know, a lot of people, they just criticize him because they hate him, and it's cool to online. But I just don't get how a guy who is synonymous with successful businesses, like,
idea.
Synonymous with successful businesses like SpaceX, Tesla, The Boring Company, right? Like Neuralink, all these different ideas, right? That he has created incredible businesses out of, right? Like somebody who seems to be smart, you know what I mean? Seems to be a somewhat intelligent guy, just can't figure out like the better decisions to make for this platform. I don't know, like it just seems like he's got like this 80-20 principle. Because I will give him credit, at least like in the last few weeks, Twitter has began to roll out monetization on ads for creators and whatnot. And they're at least like addressing these things. But like, dude, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? Like, it just seems like 80% of the decisions that are made are bad. They're just bad ideas, dude. Like, hey, maybe we shouldn't rename our iconic company to something that no one will remember in 10 years as being affiliated with our company. This is like, you know, Facebook switching to Meta platforms. Like, that, I guess, made sense for what they were doing, because, like, they became bigger than just Facebook. But, like, let's be real, Twitter to this point is not there. And then when they get there, perhaps pick a name that's good. I don't know, the whole idea just seems really stupid to me. And it seems pointless, and it seems like it's just done to appease Elon Musk, right? Like, I think everyone else in the world is, like, okay with just Twitter and, like, the little bird. But Elon Musk is like, this isn't based enough. You know, this isn't cool enough, guys. Like, where's the fucking soullessness here? Where's the soulless, faceless, brandless identity that we're looking for here, guys? And then, like, anyone who raised their hand in the meeting and was like, hey, maybe no, like, used the force and lifted them up off the ground and crushed their fucking windpipe in front of everybody and crumpled them to the ground or something. Like, I don't know, dude. It just... horrible idea, horrible branding choice, unnecessary in the first place, only done to appease the desires of like probably 1 or 4 people, fails to meet the objective that it set out to meet. And it just, I don't know, to me, man, not a good idea. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop.
Live in a sad, sad world, man. A world where generous young women such as 28-year-old Haley Way can't even give back to the underprivileged youth of today. A world where her generosity is not appreciated. And not only that, a world where her generosity is punished. Texas teacher, 28, arrested for inappropriate relationships, including sex, 10 times with 2 underage boys. Now, let me just post this picture of Haley Way, the 28-year-old Texas teacher, on the screen for you right now. She's fucking bad, bro, and I'm not talking about teacher bad, but if I didn't tell you this was a teacher, you're just looking at her. This bitch is just normal person bad. And then when you factor in that this is your math teacher, bro, dude, we got a fucking situation here. This shit ain't even fair, man. There are people out there who got math teachers that look like this, and not only that, they're smashing. And I had a math teacher that looked like SpongeBob's fucking grandma. Damn, teachers, back at it again with the sexual assault. Oh man, where do I even get started on this one? You know what, let's just get right into it. So, a couple days ago, I tweeted out this image with the caption, "Not a crime," obviously referencing that video I just played for you. I think at least the majority of you have seen that video. I don't know, hopefully. If you haven't, you can go check it out. But I pretty much summarized it pretty well, I think, with that like 1-minute edit. But anyways, these teachers are back at it, man. We got a pretty similar scenario here, except wait till I read you this title, man. This shit is actually getting fucking crazy. Like, we had Miss Haley Way back there doing some wild shit. Now, today, we have this Nicole J. Winberry doing some even crazier shit. Although I still gotta give it to Haley. I think Haley's better. Maybe if Nicole over here wasn't doing the retarded fucking duck face, I would be able to compare better. But based off the two pictures that I've seen of both, I gotta give the overall winner to Haley. But Nicole is on another fucking level, man. So let me just read you this title. This is an official article fucking title. And let them run a train on her in class. What the actual fuck is this? This is the craziest teacher story I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of these stories. This has gotta be the craziest one. Like, how does this even happen, man? Let's go ahead and read this article, man. I will link it down below if you can read it for yourself. But let's just see what they're saying here, because this is fucking crazy. A 28-year-old teacher formerly at Osceola High School, Nicole J. Winberry, who has been married for 10 years and has 5-year-old twin boys, has been accused of inappropriate sexual contact with at least one male high school student. Hold on, man. Wait a fucking minute here. You're telling me that's someone's fucking mom doing that? Like, imagine what is going on in those children's heads right now when they see on the news that their mom, the math teacher, is getting a train ran on her in class, by the way. Don't forget that. What the actual fuck? Those kids are fucking done, man. They're probably so mentally scarred and just fucked right now. I don't know, how old are they, 5? I'm not sure. Maybe they're a little too young to understand what exactly is going on, but in like another like 5 years, they're gonna know exactly what the fuck is going on. Like, those kids are fucked. Like, she just ruined their lives. That's fucking insane, man. Alright, let's go back to the article, man. Let's see what else they're saying. According to Arkansas State Police, an investigation began after an abuse hotline received a tip alleging that Winberry had engaged in sexual activity with at least one student. Alright, hold on, man. Hold on. This could be a lot of things. There's a lot of ways to describe what happened here, but abuse? I don't know if that's one of them. Hold on. Let's look up the actual definition of abuse. Okay, we're going to use the noun definition. It doesn't really matter, they're both basically saying the same thing, but technically the way they use it in this article, it is a noun. So anyways, okay, so definition number 1, the improper use of something. I gotta tell you, fam, I don't see nothing improper here. Let's try definition number 2. Cruel and violent treatment of a person or animal. Ain't nothing cruel or violent going on here. These children were blessed, not abused. Alright, you know what? Let's just get back to the article and see what they're saying. So we left off where the abuse hotline got a tip about Miss Winberry over here. So then it says, since then, 3 male students, 2 17-year-olds and 1 18-year-old, what the hell, have come forward to say that they were sexually assaulted by Winberry. Investigators say Winberry was charged with 4 counts of sexual assault because she allegedly assaulted occasions. Alright, hold on, man. I'm fucking confused here. It says one of the kids was 18 years old, so why is he being included in this? That should be legal, right? I think he would still, like, get fired, but technically, that's not illegal. I don't know. Hold on, let me look this up, because something ain't adding up here. Alright, hold on. It turns out I was mistaken. I did not know this. I thought you just get, like, fired or something. I didn't realize it was still illegal. So, apparently in 2010, the Supreme Court ruled that student age doesn't matter in sex cases, even if the student is 18 and considered an adult by other state laws. So I guess no matter what the scenario, it's illegal. I actually did not know that. That's fucking interesting. Did you guys know that? I just assumed if you're 18, like, it wouldn't be illegal, but you're not supposed to do it. I didn't realize it was still, like, sexual assault or whatever the fucking charge they be getting. That's fucking crazy. Wow. Alright, let's go back to the story here. It says, the students all claim one time in class she gave them all repeated blowjobs and let them take turns hitting it in different positions. Oh, what the fuck is... Bro, I'm out. Oh, hell no. Okay, I pulled myself together. Let's try to analyze this correctly, because clearly they don't mean in class as in actually fucking in class in front of the entire class, like, oh, hey, there's 15 minutes left in class, Jimmy and Eugene, come up here to the front of the class and pull your dicks out. Like, that's clearly not what happened here. I think when they keep saying in class, they mean in the actual classroom itself, like, which that itself is fucking crazy. I'm pretty sure on most of these student t-shirt stories, they almost always happen outside of school or something like that. I don't think they're ever actually happening in the fucking classroom. That's fucking absurd, man. What? That doesn't even make sense. Like, how does that even happen? Like, she just closes the door, locks the fucking door, and then just, there's a fucking gangbang going on in the fucking classroom? Like, just no one hears it, no one's, like, walking by in the hall and sees that? Like, how the fuck does this even happen? I'm genuinely very curious on how this actually happened. This is actually fucking unbelievable. Like, let's just keep reading. Let's see what else they're saying. Before placing a call to the child abuse hotline, school officials reportedly investigated the allegations and found evidence after seeing dirty texts multiple students received from Winbury. Superintendent Michael Cox said Winbury resigned from her position at Osceola High School last week. Her bond has been set at $15,000. Her arraignment hearing has been set for next month. Alright, time for my final thoughts, man. So basically, it seems that this was the situation. This was the sequence of events that happened. Miss Winbury here contacted these 3 male students and said, hey, you guys all have detention today after school. So as the school day ended, these 3 kids went up to her classroom and said, hey, we're here for detention. And then here's where it gets kind of confusing, because Miss Winbury's definition of detention is much different than mine, and it is much different from any detention that I've ever been a part of, because it turns out Miss Winbury's definition of detention is not, hey, go sit down over there at that desk for 30 minutes and work on your homework and don't talk to anyone. It turns out her definition of detention is, hey, come up here to the front of class, pull your fucking dick out, and run a train on me right here in the classroom. So yeah, that's quite fucking strange if you ask me. I haven't heard that definition before. So basically, you know, my final thoughts on the whole situation is, it looks like I went to the wrong fucking high school. These teachers back at it again, man. When is it gonna be my turn, alright? When is it my turn to be a victim? I guess I'm too old now. I'm done with school, so I guess I just wasn't ever fortunate enough to be blessed with one of these teachers, but there's still hope out there for you guys, alright? I believe in you. Maybe one day, how many people we got on this channel? Like 500,000 almost? Maybe one day, one of you 500,000 people will be lucky enough to be a victim of one of these very terrible, terrible crimes. So let me go ahead and read you guys the headline for this one. Married female basketball coach had sex with 3 high school students and sent them naked photographs. Damn, she had the 3-for-1 special, one for each hole apparently, I don't know. And she was married too, that's crazy. The husband gotta be mad as fuck, dude. I'm tired of these females lying, man. That dude had 3 young men up in his wife's walls. He can't be happy about that one. Anyways, let us continue reading. Let's see the details. A married female high school basketball coach has been accused of having sex with 3 teenage boys and sending them naked photographs of herself. Nicole Amond was arrested in Fort Barr, Louisiana on Wednesday at the local high school where she is the girls' basketball coach and PE teacher. She admitted having sex with 2 of the boys aged 17 and 18 who showed police the nude photograph she sent them earlier. Wait, hold on. They showed the police her nudes? What? Y'all can't be snitching like that. That's fucked up. What the hell? The 45-year-old is accused of having sexual contact with the 3rd boy. Alright, so we got some new details here about the whole situation. Apparently, she only got down with 2 of the guys. The 3rd was just sexual contact? I don't know exactly what the fuck that means. You know, maybe she just grabbed his meat in class or something. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm just saying. Apparently, he ain't get up in them walls. He wasn't as privileged as the other 2. But speaking of these other 2 motherfuckers, how are you gonna go to the police, man? You were privileged enough, you were blessed by the Lord to be in this situation, and then you go ahead and ruin it like that, and you get her in trouble. That's fucked up, man. I can't approve of that, man. That is messed up. Also, I think we should definitely keep in mind what the kids' ages are. Apparently, 2 of them were 17, and 1 was even 18, which is pretty crazy. I think we had a similar situation to this in one of the previous episodes, and when I looked it up, it was something along the lines of, like, it doesn't even matter if the kid was 18 or not. It's still illegal just because she's, like, his teacher or whatever. I don't know. Actually, depending on the state, even the 17-year-olds could be legal as well. Hold on, let me check what Louisiana is. Alright, yeah, actually the age of consent in Louisiana is 17. It's like that in Texas too, that's why I fucking thought about that. So technically, none of this was illegal by those standards. Like, under normal circumstances, I think what she did would be perfectly fine. She wouldn't get in trouble, but since she's their teacher, it's against the law. So I guess the situation would be like, if these kids went to a different school and like they didn't meet her because she's their teacher or whatever, they met on fucking Tinder or something, I don't know. Let me catch my teacher on Tinder. Boy, I'm about to be swiping right. Anyways, but yeah, I think like if they met under any other circumstances, then it would be all good. I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm looking at that wrong. Maybe she's a teacher, so she can't be with anybody of that age or whatever. I don't know how the fucking thing works. I think it just has to be her students. But I don't know, I'm not a fucking bio major, so maybe I don't know what the hell's going on here. But anyways, actually, hold on, my mistake. I just realized something. I haven't shown you guys what she looks like yet. I apologize. How rude of me. I really apologize. That's my bad. So let me go ahead and fix that for you. So I managed to find 3 different pictures of her. I looked for a while, and these are the only 3 that I could find. And the thing about it is that in all of these 3 pictures, she looks different. I mean, you know how these females are. They are magicians with the camera, alright? You'll see a pic of a girl, and then she'll look completely different in real life. I don't know how they be doing that shit. It's crazy. But anyways, let's start off with the first picture here. So looking at this pic, I was looking at it, I was like, okay, yeah, like, this is definitely not a crime. She's 45, I think the article said, so looking pretty good for 45. She is definitely Call of Duty athlete approved, alright? This is a Call of Duty athlete approved MILF, alright? If that was my son up in those walls, I'm gonna have to give him some props, you know what I'm saying? Like, good shit, son, you hit that? Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Now, slider number over here. No, I'm just playing, but now, hold on, we have picture number 2. Definitely not as good as picture number 1. But I guess still pretty solid, you know, definitely not a crime. I can definitely still respect it, alright? There's nothing wrong here with picture number 2. Picture number 1 is definitely her best picture. But now I need you to prepare yourselves for picture number 3. This looks like a completely different person. I think it's like the mugshot or something. I'm not even sure because it's kind of a weird mugshot. So you'll see what I mean in a second when I show you the picture. But just prepare yourselves because picture number 3 is not on the same level as picture number 2. Or definitely not
out as picture number 1. So here is picture number 3. As you can see, this ain't her best picture. A couple things I'd like to point out. First of all, can we not ignore the fact that this bitch is almost 6 feet tall? You see the little measuring thing behind her? She's like 5'10 and a half. I was trying to figure out whether this is her mugshot or not, because I'm honestly not really sure, because on one hand, it kind of looks like a mugshot, right? She's got like the jail pants on. Those are like the pants you'd see on a Halloween costume. I didn't realize they actually give people those in jail. I thought you just get like that orange jumpsuit. That's what I've always seen. So she has like her jail pants on or whatever, and they're measuring her height as you would do if you were getting your mugshot taken and stuff. She looks fucking miserable, right? If you look at her face, it looks like she's been crying all day or something. But at the same time, what kind of fucking jail has a pink wall and gives the people pink shirts to wear? Is that maybe like a women's only jail? Because that would probably make sense, you know, if it's all girls there, then, you know, they give them a fucking pink wall and give them pink clothes and shit. That would actually make sense. That was the only thing I could think of. I don't know, the whole pink, like everything, just kind of threw me off. So I wasn't sure whether this was a real mugshot or not. I don't know what the fuck it is. It looks like a mugshot to me, though. But that's besides the point. As you can see, this ain't the best picture, alright? But we seen what she could look like, alright? So I guess I'm gonna have to give her a pass on this one. It's not even that bad, to be honest. It's just like, whoa, like, what happened between the first pick and this one, you know what I mean? The first pick in this one, you know what I mean? But anyways, let's go back to the article. Let's see what else happened. Police were alerted to the woman who is the school's girls basketball coach when one of the boys' mothers reported her concerns. Her husband, Andy, also works at the school in the sports department. Alright, so apparently, actually, the mother of one of the boys snitched on her. I wonder how she found out. That's actually kind of interesting, because I doubt this dude went up to his mom and was like, yo, mom, you know, I'm banging the girls' basketball coach. You know, that's not something you would tell her. So that is something maybe you tell your dad and maybe he told her. I don't know, you know, because he'll understand. He'd be like, hey, good shit, son. But you can't be telling your mom shit like that. So I don't know. But even more importantly than that, let's not ignore the fact that apparently the husband of this fucking teacher also works at the school, man. That's fucking brutal, alright? Just think about it, dude. What if one of these kids are in his class, alright? Everyone in that classroom knows that fucking Jimmy and Bob were up in his wife's walls, alright? They know Jimmy from third period banged his wife, dude. That's fucking rough. I don't know. What if the kid actually said something to him? You know, like when you're sitting in class, you got those annoying-ass teachers. I swear they're, like, just trying to be mean. They're always like, all right, class, you know, it's time to read something out of the book. And then they'll just start calling on people, and they'll make you read it. You're like hunched down, like, trying to hide, making sure they don't fucking pick you, right? Because you don't want to be reading this shit out. What if he just, like, picks the kid who banged his wife, and he's like, no thanks, I don't want to read. He's like, excuse me, Jimmy, you need to read this right now. He's like, how about I just fuck your wife again? Or so, you know what I mean? Like, what if he actually said something to him in front of the classroom? That would be fucking crazy. That would be a KO. That's a verbal knockout. He's done. Get him out of there. Alright, that's fucking rough. So, this dude probably just needs to transfer schools or something to get away from all these students, because they all know what happened, right? They all know what Nicole was doing. He needs to just get the fuck out of that school. I actually kind of feel bad for the dude, you know what I mean? Because he didn't do nothing wrong, you know? His wife, she just ain't loyal, alright? She was trying to get some of that young meat, and now he has to pay the consequences. That's fucking rough, man. Anyways, let's go ahead and finish this last part up. She is facing 3 counts of prohibited sexual misconduct as an educator to a student. Because the boys are all over 17, the legal age of consent in Louisiana, she will not face child rape charges. There you go. So that kind of clears up some of my questions from earlier. Since 17 is legal in Louisiana, I guess her charges are much less severe than what they could have been had it been like a 15-year-old or something. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for the video. Let me go ahead and get everyone's final thoughts on the situation. Do you guys think this was a crime? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments down below. Based off the first picture alone, I gotta go with no. This was definitely not a crime. If this was a crime, I am volunteering right now to be the next victim of this terrible, terrible woman. So anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to like, rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, follow me on Twitter, link to the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we got the 2-for-1 special, not the double meat special, not that type of special. What we have today is actually 2 separate "this is not a crime" cases, and oh, actually, let me correct that statement. One of them is not a crime, but the other one is certainly a crime. Like, when I saw this picture, I was in disbelief. But that's enough for now. We'll save the best for last. So let's go ahead and start with the first case. Little Miss Twisted, married female teacher, 27, arranged birthday sex with her male pupil, 16, after Bible school. So, as you can see, apparently we are dealing with a Bible school teacher. This is a new one. We've looked at a lot of these cases over the years, and I don't believe we have ever experienced a Bible school teacher before. And I gotta say, I'm very disappointed. As a woman of God, I would expect much better behavior. This young man came to you to learn about the Lord. He came to you to open up the Bible, but instead, he opened up your legs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm disgusted with this behavior. I cannot believe he would do such a thing. A married teacher leading a double life was today 16-year-old after Bible school. Okay, so apparently it was his birthday, and I guess at Bible school, whenever it's your birthday, your present is to get some ass, apparently. I must have been going to the wrong school growing up. When I was in school, if it was your birthday, you got a piece of candy from the teacher. Maybe the class would sing happy birthday to you, and you wouldn't even want them to do that in the first place. But apparently, not all schools follow the same guidelines. I mean, this young man came to Bible school on his birthday. He chose to spend his birthday learning about Jesus. And instead of supplying him with this knowledge that he desired, you supplied him with some ass. Alright, like, this ain't adding up. But as always, it is now time for the most important part of the case. I'm assuming everyone here knows what that is, but of course, I'm referring to the visual evidence, the most important part of any case. So there were quite a few pictures included in the article. I will put them up on the screen now, and I'll give you guys a second to assess the evidence and come to your conclusion. But after reviewing all of the visual evidence, I think I can pretty safely say that this is not a crime. she looking pretty good, especially for a teacher. But of course, I mean, you guys are welcome to make your own judgments. But let's go ahead and continue with the details of the case. Emily Loathing, 27, was handed 90 days in prison by a Nebraska judge who described her as a predator. Honestly, 90 days in prison doesn't seem too bad. I think that's a pretty light sentence for these type of crimes. I mean, just imagine if the roles were reversed and we had a male teacher. Do you think he would be getting 90 days? Fuck no. Just another example of how these females live in life on recruit difficulty, man. Judge John Steinheider said, "You send kids to school, to daycare, to Bible school, and you expect them to be treated with respect." Oh, this young man was treated with respect and be in safe places, and you took that away from at least the victim in this instance. Yes, what a poor victim we have here. But actually, I think I might have to agree with Judge John over here. This young man was sent to a safe space of Bible school to learn about God, and instead he was assaulted by this woman. School was meant to be a safe space for this young boy, but instead it was the most dangerous place of all, with predators like Miss Emily Loathing walking around. The streets are not safe. So anyways, I think that pretty much wraps up case number 1. We've seen all the details, we've seen all the visual evidence, and I think in conclusion, once again, I'm gonna have to say that this is not a crime. Now, on to case number 2, the most important case. I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes trying to figure out how to best present you with this evidence, and I think the best way to do this is to give you guys all of the details of the case first. Then we can move on to the visual evidence, because that's where we really break the case wide open. So let's go ahead and get it started. Jail for music teacher 54 who blames male student 17 for tricking her into having sex like a used car salesman. Okay, so 2 things I want us to take away from that title is, number 1, the music teacher in question here is apparently 54 years old, man. Like, so you already know she's gonna be looking rough. I'm not saying it's impossible to find a good-looking 54-year-old woman, but I'd say it's pretty rare. So it's pretty safe to assume, just from the age alone, that we might be dealing with a wildebeest situation. Now, the second thing I want to point out is apparently the teacher is trying to claim that the student tricked her into having sex with him. Now, is it just me, or does that not make any sense at all? Like, how do you trick someone into having sex with you? Like, especially a 54-year-old woman, how does she get tricked? Like, what does that even mean exactly? Like, for example, the dude just pulled out his feet, put it in a hot dog bun, is like, hey, you know, you hungry, you want a piece of this hot dog? And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, psych, that's my dick, tricked you, haha, funny, get pranked, it's a prank, bro. Like, I honestly don't understand what she means by trick. And I read the rest of the article to see if we get any further details of how this guy pulled off this sneaky maneuver, and this is the only thing I could find. Therese Gunn, her name's fucking Therese. You just know she old as shit. The 54-year-old former teacher at South Gwinnett High School told the court that she was sorry, but that the student was like a used car salesman, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. So,
Break the shed here.
The new Lawnmower 4.0 is the perfect tool for your grooming experience. Today, I'm going to show you how to use it. The waterproof technology allows reporting.
So once again, I don't know what exactly it means to be like a used car salesman. Does that just mean like he was very convincing or something like that? Either way, I gotta be honest with you, I don't think that counts as him tricking you. Like, I don't see the correlation there. And I gotta be honest with you again, I've seen your picture, and if anyone in this situation got tricked, it was probably the student, not you. But now it's time for the moment of truth. It is time to examine the visual evidence. So this right here is the wildebeest in question. And as you can see, man, it's not looking good. This shit ain't adding up. This is a crime. You know, I'm not really a big believer in the idea that men can be raped by women. It's just not something that happens very often. Like, just biologically and like physically, it just doesn't really happen. It's almost impossible for it to happen. But I honestly feel like in this situation, this kid might have been raped. Like, that's the only explanation I can come up with. I mean, seriously, look at the picture, man. You're telling me this dude saw that and was like, damn, I gotta get me some of that. Let me figure out a way to trick her. Like, I don't think so, man. I mean, I'm not gay, no homo, but I'd rather put a wiener in my mouth than get down with this wildebeest, right? I'm just, like, no homo, I'm just saying, dude, like, I might just rather prefer a wiener. Like, I just don't understand how this would even, I'd really rather just jerk off or something. Like, just anything, really, than this would be a better option. Like, I'm good, man. I'm gonna have to pass. She must be teaching at a school for the blind or something. Like, maybe the kid was blind or mentally retarded or something. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. All I know is that this shit is not adding up, and I think there's a pretty good possibility that she might have, like, raped this kid or something. I don't know, man. So, with that being said, I think we're all on the same page here. I think we can all agree that this one right here, this is a crime, most definitely. So with that being said, thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out.
Don't let him creep away again.
Alright, what's going on, guys? I gotta give you a little bit of background information before we get into this, because this is not gonna be your typical episode. So, number one, does everyone know who Finn Wolfhard is? He is the actor who plays Richie in It, and I guess he's probably more known for playing Mike in Stranger Things, and he's been getting a lot of attention recently because Stranger Things Season 2 just came out, so a lot of people are talking about that. Now, what I want to point out here is it's obvious that he's a kid, right? He's actually 14 years old, to be exact, so I just want you guys to keep that number in mind. Just remember that Finn here is 14 years old. So now, number two, does everyone know who Allie Michael is? You probably don't. I don't know. I had no idea who this was until I read about it right now. So apparently she's one of these Instagram models. You know, you guys know how that goes. Let's not get into that. But she posted this on her Instagram story. She took this picture of Finn and she wrote, "Not to be weird, but hit me up in 4 years at Finn Wolfhard Official." Now, the reason this is important is because if we take a look at Allie Michael's age, a quick Google search will tell you that she is 27 years old. So we have a 27-year-old telling a 14-year-old to hit her up in 4 years. Now, as you can imagine, people got a little bit upset about this. Surprisingly, a lot more upset than I would have expected, because typically when it's a female to male interaction like this, people usually aren't as upset. But if the roles were reversed, if we had a 27-year-old male Instagram model hitting up a 14-year-old girl actress, I bet people would be pretty fucking fucking pissed off. It would be a lot worse of a reaction than what we're getting for this, but still, this is more of a reaction than I expected. So on one hand, I'm kind of happy because we're finally seeing some equality here. We as males have really been struggling in the equality department. We just aren't treated fairly. So I'm glad to see some actual equality for us men out here. But at the same time, let's maybe relax a little bit, alright? Number one, she did say, hit me up in 4 years. Now, I'm sure that she said that because, well, you can't just say, hey, 14-year-old boy, give me your cock, alright? You can't say that. So she added in the hit me up in 4 years part to kind of protect herself a little bit. But personally, I think if the opportunity was there for her to get some of that underage sausage, I think she would take it. That's how I feel about the situation. Obviously, you cannot come out and say these type of things. But since she did say hit me up in 4 years, I don't think technically anything is wrong with what she said. Wrong as in like illegal, oh my god, we gotta arrest this fucking pedophile. It's definitely weird, and she even acknowledged that in her post. She said not to be weird, but, you know, when you say not to be weird, but you're about to be weird, because 27, 14, that is definitely weird, you know, that's just how it is. But is it like some sort of illegal pedophile behavior? No, let's settle down a little bit. But more so than that, I doubt that Finn here really gives a fuck. I can't speak for him, but as someone who was once a 14-year-old boy, if a 27-year-old girl was like, hey, I'm trying to get that 14-year-old dick that you packing, my 14-year-old self would have been very excited about this opportunity. And I think most 14-year-olds would also be very excited. You know, I can't speak for everyone, but from what my own experiences are and from what I know about 14-year-old boys, that sounds weird, don't take that the wrong way, they would be happy about this. That's all I'm saying. So I can't speak for Finn, but I could say that he probably doesn't care that much about this. But to make everyone happy, she did delete the post and she issued an apology on her story today. Hi, yesterday I posted a picture of Mike from Stranger Things and wrote, call me in 4 years. It was completely, absolutely a joke, but I understand that people have been offended by it. It was wrong to joke about and I apologize. I do not want Mike from Stranger Things to call me. I hope this clears things up. Yeah, first of all, you do. Alright, that last part just stood out to me as very weird. I do not want Mike from Stranger Things to call me. Like, well, why did you add that in there? That was just weird. It was almost as if, like, someone told you to just throw that in there. Like, it was just very weirdly placed in there at the end. But anyway, she wrote her little apology out or whatever. People are still upset. It's whatever. Who gives a fuck? I don't think anyone actually involved in the situation is going to be too affected by this. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Also, I don't really want it to come across like I'm defending this bitch or anything. I didn't even know who she was until I saw this story on Twitter. But I did look at her Instagram when I was making this video to see what was going on, and if I'm being honest, she's not even hot. I mean, she just looked like a pretty average looking girl. Honestly, she kind of looks like the first female school shooter. I don't know why she wears these like weird ass outfits, but I think my man Finn could probably do better, bro. He in the spotlight right now. He's at the top of the game. He could be getting some quality ass if he wanted to. You know, we don't need this fucking weirdo. So I'm more so defending the incident than I am this specific girl. Like, if she was a lot hotter, then I might be defending her, but she don't really qualify. But anyways, I think that's really it for the story, man. Just another episode of This Is Not a Crime, man. As I said, I'm a little bit mixed on this one. I'm happy that we're seeing a little bit of equality for men, you know, that's cool. But at the same time, as a man, and as someone who's been a 14-year-old boy, let's maybe tone it down a little bit. And as much as we like to pretend that everyone is equal in this world, we're not. And this situation that happened here would not be equal to a 27-year-old man saying this exact same thing about a 14-year-old girl, man. As much as we want to pretend it's all about equality and shit, those two situations are not equal. That's the end of the argument. It's really not. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. A special thank you, as always, to all of my Patreon supporters.
if you'd like to be included, link is in the description down below. Also, quick shout out to Scuff. They sent me my controller. I went with the black and white simple look, but I think I mentioned it a couple videos ago, but I am now officially sponsored by Scuff. Can use code Birdman at checkout. I need to change my Control Freak code from OG it's Birdman to Birdman. I'm gonna see how I can go about doing that, because I picked that like so long ago. I wasn't even really thinking about what I was doing. I should have probably just had it Birdman from the start. And I probably will be getting one more sponsorship coming up here in the near future. I don't want to mention it just in case something happens. It's the same one that literally everyone else already has, but my code will be better, alright? Because if you use code Birdman, that means you got a huge cock, alright? And you guys know you all got huge cocks, right? No homos. We got a little weird there at the end. Leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Have a good day, and peace out.
You know that feeling of having to rewash dishes that didn't get clean?
I know. Your Cascade Platinum Plus with double the don't grease spike power and double the scrubbing power for a no rewash clean and a cabinet ready shine. Upgrade to new Cascade Platinum Plus. Dare to dish differently.
I'm tired of these females lying. Episode number 14. You know, out of all the episodes we've done so far, I have to say that this one by far is the most confusing to me. Like, I'm a little bit conflicted here because on one hand, of course, I am tired of these females lying. We're all tired of it. But on the other hand, I kind of gotta respect it a little bit. I gotta just respect the hustle of what happened here. And honestly, I gotta say, I'm probably a little bit more disappointed in the dudes than I am mad at these females for lying. So, you guys have probably seen this before, maybe heard of it. It's been making some waves on social media recently, and apparently a lot of females are doing this now. So I'm not sure if I should be hating or just respecting the hustle, man. Like, you gotta give a little bit of credit there. So this right here is the girl that started the movement right here. As you can see, we're looking at her Tinder profile. Her name is Maggie, 20 years old, Missouri Western State University. She's in her dorm room, whatever. But the important thing to look for here is, you can see it's circled actually. It says, send me $5. See what happens, and she got a little winky face on the end. Now, if you came across this profile on Tinder and you happen to be a normal person like myself, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I wouldn't be a little bit curious. Like, I'm gonna be intrigued, like, hey, you know, what does happen if I send you $5? But I'm just gonna ask you the question, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna actually send you $5. I'm gonna say, hey, what happens if I send you $5? You hit me up with some bullshit or whatever, you start playing some game, I'll be like, alright, fuck off, I'm not worried about you. I certainly am not about to send you $5 to find out. Like, it's really not that serious. Like, it's only $5, right? It's not that much money or anything, but it's just about the principle. Like, bitch, who you think you are, you know what I'm saying? I just can't imagine being that sad as to actually send her $5 for literally nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's just the fucking principle of it. But unfortunately in this world, there are a lot of sad individuals out there, as we're about to witness. So let's take a look at this combo right here. It starts out with the guy saying, what will $5 get me? Okay, see, this is the normal part. Alright, so far you started out pretty good. Then she says, send it and find out. And then she got the little winky face on there again. And see, at this point, a normal person such as myself, you know, a true Call of Duty athlete, I'd be like, alright, I'm done, see you later, fuck off, I'm not worried about you anymore. But that's not what this unfortunate human being did. So he now says, how should I send it? US mail? I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a joke or something. I'm just assuming that that's a fucking joke. I really hope so, because I mean, obviously you're not gonna send her a $5 bill in the mail, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the fucking 1940s. We have the internet. But coming from a dude that's sad enough to actually send her the money, maybe he really is that fucking weird. I don't know. So anyway, she says no, and she sends him the PayPal link. And then this fool goes ahead and says, money sent.
So this dude really sent her $5 just off. All she had to do is hit him with 2 sentences. Now the second one wasn't even a sentence. She just sent a fucking PayPal link. Just 1 sentence, and she got $5 for that from this sad motherfucker. Now also notice one thing. There are no more messages after this. So I just keep that in mind for a second. Now let's take a look at this other message here. Once again, you can see that she scams this dude out of $5. I also want to point out that she sends the exact same line, even with the winky face. Send it and find out, winky face. Like, she just has this whole thing planned out of what to say. So she scams this dude out of $5 once again, and this time it shows what she does once she receives the money, and as you can see, it says unmatch. So she gets the $5 and then unmatches the dude right away. Nothing after that. So this is confirming the scam. And now we're not done just yet. You know, I showed you 2 separate messages of this happening, but now we're gonna just take a look at her PayPal real quick, because she just got dudes lining the fuck up. Look at all these fucking donations, just 5 all the way down. But hold on, I'm not done yet. As sad as this is, I want you guys to look at this image very closely and see if you notice anything interesting. Just one of these donations is not like the others, let's just say that. One of these pathetic fucks actually sent her $10 instead of 5. Like, what the fuck am I seeing right now? This dude really thought he was just a badass. He thought he was the fucking man. He's like, yeah, I'll send her $10. Like, come on, man. You cannot be serious right now. You really just played yourself. Just when I thought this couldn't get any more pathetic, I see a dude sending her more money than she even asked. Like, he really thought he was the man. He's like, yeah, I'll send her 10. That way I stand out from everyone else. That way she knows I'm the real deal over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel so bad for that guy. Whoever that guy is that sent her $10, your life gotta be fucking terrible, man. Like, I truly feel bad for you. Also, just in case you were wondering how many dudes actually sent her $5, because the picture isn't complete, it's just showing like the top part of her PayPal. There's more than that. According to the article, over 20 dudes fell for this, plus the sad fuck who sent her 10. So that's over $100 right there in like 2 days of scamming people on Tinder. She has literally done nothing other than being born a female. Like, that was literally it. She made over $100 from being a female. That's gotta be the fucking life right there. Is it really that easy? They really playing on recruit difficulty out here. That's all it took. It said $75 and she got over $100. Simple as that. Like, that is fucking crazy, man. So anyways, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I mean, of course, I am tired of these females. Like, shit, man. Couldn't you at least slide them like an ass pic or something? You know, just have the cheek poking out or some shit. Get one off Google at least. I mean, do something if they gonna slide you the 5. Like, you couldn't do nothing just to prevent these dudes from fucking killing themselves, you know? Like, imagine what they must feel like. Themselves, you know, like, imagine what they must feel like now. They just sent her $5 and got unmatched. Like, they're really depressed right now, probably suicidal, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus, you could have at least helped them out a little bit. On the other hand, I honestly think I'm a little bit more mad at these dudes being this pathetic, man. Like, is it really like that out here? Is that how these dudes really are? Like, cause they're just making it worse for everyone else. If I'm being honest here, I mean, I'm only seeing one picture of this girl, but she ain't even really hot, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just see the pic, I'm like, alright, that's a girl, like, okay, whatever. So, if this bitch right here is able to get all this money doing that, imagine what a fucking hot ass girl could do. She'd be a damn millionaire. Like, if this bitch right here is getting 20 dudes in 2 days to slide her money, if this bitch is getting dudes to slide her money even more than she fucking asked for, like, if we get a fine-ass girl on there, she'd probably get $100 donations. Actually, shit, now that I think about it, I'm about to make me a fucking catfish profile and start doing this shit myself. YouTube been demonetizing all my videos, all the advertisers leaving. I think I found myself a new job. You know, I'm gonna be a full-time professional Tinder catfish scammer. Like, that is the world we live in right now. But actually, just in case you were really considering doing that, Tinder has already caught on to this and they're banning people who have PayPal links or whatever in their bios. So they've already put out a statement on it and everything. They said you're not allowed to ask for money on Tinder. But shit, if they didn't, I think I really would have tried it. That would have been funny. I could have made a video out of it or something. That would have actually been funny to do. But I wonder if these dudes charged back their money. Hopefully they charged their money back and she didn't get away with this crime. Actually, you know what? Hopefully they were not able to charge back, because that's how they're gonna learn their fucking lesson. You know what I'm saying? They need to be taught a lesson. So hopefully they did not get their money back, and maybe in the future now they'll stop being so fucking sad. I still can't believe 20 plus dudes really did that, man, in 2 days. She had to have matched with like the ugliest possible dude. She probably just matched with like everyone and only like talked to the people who asked about the $5. Like, she was probably like a dude, you know, like dudes, you just swiping right on everything. You don't even gotta look at the fucking pictures. But girls, you know, they sit there, oh, let me look at all these pictures. You know, they can be selective with it. But she was probably just swiping right on everyone just to get as many possible victims as she could. And I guess only the biggest fucking losers responded to it. Because if you think about it, that probably actually makes sense. Now that I break it down, it was probably only like the biggest fucking losers, the biggest Eugenes out there that literally, they probably didn't even have another match. So this was their only match, their first match of their life that they ever got. So they were just so excited to finally have a match that they didn't even give a fuck what she was saying or anything. Like, oh, you want $5? Here you go. I mean, shit, you matched me. Shit, let's go. What's up? They were just so fucking excited that they just slid her the $5. No big deal. Like, now that I think about it, that actually makes a lot of sense. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for the video. I've said everything I needed to say. I cannot believe there are some sad-ass dudes out there, number one. And number two, I am tired of these females lying. So thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to like, rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out.
This is soft. Holy Charmin. Excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Want to know why no one up is not? 75-cent boneless wings. While prices go up, ours are different. Ooh-wee! Look at that dunk. 75-cent boneless wings from Pizza Hut. That's why no one up is the Hut.
I'm tired of these females lying. Episode number... Actually, hold up. I'm not sure because it's been a while. Let me check real quick. Alright, episode number 7. So, let's try this again. Say it with me. It's been a while. I'm tired of these females lying. Episode number 7. Today we have the Gold Digger edition. So let me just start it off by giving you some details before I show you what exactly happened. It's pretty important and relevant to the story. So as you guys may or may not know, the Olympics are currently going on in Brazil. Shout out to my dude Usain Bolt. He just won the 100 meter last night. Pretty crazy. That dude is so fucking fast. It's just crazy. Michael Phelps, he got his 23rd gold medal, I believe. Most ever. He's basically the fucking greatest swimmer ever, obviously. But speaking of Michael Phelps, okay? There was another swimmer by the name of Joseph Schooling who actually happened to beat Michael Phelps in one of the races, and he got his own gold medal, and it was a huge deal. Sports Center put out this pretty cool picture of them. You can see on the left in 2008, this guy was just like a little kid, you know, like a fan taking a picture with Michael Phelps, and then 8 years later he beats him in a race. Like, that's pretty insane, right? Like, something like this doesn't happen often. It's pretty rare you find yourself in a situation like this, so that must be like super cool for that dude. But when this happened, this guy was getting a lot of recognition, like all over the news, all over Twitter, everywhere. Everyone was like, wow, like look what this guy did. He basically became famous overnight. I had no fucking idea who this guy was until this happened, and I think that's kind of the same story for a lot of people. And that's kind of where the story kicks off, okay? Because there was a specific tweet that I wanted to look at, and it has 36,000 retweets. Now, if you're not too familiar with Twitter, 36,000 retweets is a lot. Like, even if you have like 1 million followers, you're not going to get 36,000 retweets on one of your tweets. It's pretty rare to get that many. Now, I've censored the person because I don't want YouTube to think we're bullying or attacking this person or whatever, but here's the tweet itself. My Tinder match just won the 100-meter butterfly final and beat Michael Phelps. This is my greatest accomplishment. And it has a picture on the left of Joseph Schooling standing there. That's his Tinder profile, actually. And on the right, it has their conversation that they had on Tinder. And as you can see, 36,000 retweets and 75,000 likes. This tweet went pretty viral. So when you first see it, you're like, wow, that's pretty cool, right? Like, this girl matched with a famous guy, basically. He's a gold medal Olympian. Dude's fucking trending on Twitter, and she matched with him on Tinder. Like, that's pretty cool, right? That's funny. But hold up, because there's more to it than that. So let's go ahead and examine the conversation that they had. So as you can see, it says you matched with Joseph on 4/7/16. That was back in April of this year. He says, hey, how's it going, beautiful? She says, it's going well. How about you? Heart eyes emoji. Okay. He says, good, thanks. What you up to? And then as you can see, there are no more messages here. She stopped replying to Joseph. So right away, I'm already thinking in my head, like, wait a minute, isn't that kind of weird? Like, you kind of just blew this guy off back in April before he became famous, before he got his gold medal, all of that. You weren't really feeling him. You said, nah, you know, I'm not interested in this guy. But now all of a sudden, he's famous, he's trending on Twitter, he beat Michael Phelps, it's a huge deal. Now all of a sudden, you're talking about this dude. But back in April, you couldn't even respond to his text. He couldn't even get a text back from you back in April. But I see now he has your attention, now that he won a gold medal. But hold on, there's more. Let's go ahead and look at the second tweet that she posted. And not replying to his message was my greatest failure. So she's referencing her original tweet where she said her greatest accomplishment in life was to match with this gold medalist on Tinder. That was, out of everything she's done in her entire life, nothing was more of an accomplishment than to match with Joseph Schooling on Tinder. Alright, so it was a huge fucking deal. It's the biggest moment of her entire life. And now, her biggest regret was not messaging him back. But wait, you know, I'm a little bit confused here. Maybe you guys can help me out. How come she regrets not messaging him back now? Why didn't she message him back then? You know, why didn't she regret messaging him back in June or July? Why is it only now in August, after this guy becomes famous and wins a gold medal, beats Michael Phelps, why is it only now that she regrets not messaging him back? That's really weird. Don't you guys think that's really weird? I mean, I just tried to put it into my calculator. You know, I devised a whole scientific equation for it and everything, and it's just not adding up. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would she suddenly regret not messaging him back? Like, this doesn't make any sense. What's going on here? So I did a little bit more investigating into the situation, you know, trying to figure out what was going on here. And I went into her favorited tweets, and I found a very interesting tweet in there that I'm going to put on the screen now. So as you can see, this is her profile. As you can see, I'm on the likes tab, it says there. And the specific tweet that I wanted to look at says, "Girl, you done goofed." And it links a tweet from KVUE News, and it says, University of Texas swimmer wins $740K with victory over Phelps. And she liked this tweet.
Now, KBUE News is referencing Joseph Schooling. So, if you guys didn't know, you actually do also get money when you win an Olympic gold medal. Here is a chart that kind of goes through country by country what you get for winning a gold medal. Singapore at the top, $753,000. Indonesia, $383,000. You see the United States near the bottom, $25,000. I think it's because the United States has so many gold medalists. Like, I don't think they want to pay them all $753,000. That'd get kind of expensive, right? But the key thing to take away from this graph is that Joseph Schooling happens to be from Singapore, so he won $753,000 for his gold medal. And that is what that news station was referencing in that tweet when they said University of Texas swimmer wins $740K. So if we go back to the tweet, the person who tweeted it at this girl said, "Girl, you done goofed." As in, hey, this dude just won $740,000. You fucked up by not messaging him back. And when this girl saw the tweet, she's like, you know what? I did fuck up. I should have messaged him back because look, now he has $740,000 and he's fucking famous. Wow, man, I did goof. You're right. So when I saw this, the whole story started to piece together, alright? The puzzle pieces started connecting together. It makes perfect sense. If we plug in all the numbers, use all the research and evidence we have here, there's only one conclusion that can be drawn, is that we have ourselves a gold digger. And not only do I mean a gold digger, I mean it in every sense of the word. She is quite literally a gold digger, alright? This dude won a gold medal, like she's after the gold. Figuratively and literally. For once, it's fucking adding up. I'm so after all these times where it doesn't add up, finally something is fucking adding up. This is great. So let's just do a little recap here. This girl matches with Joseph back in April, isn't really interested. She's like, whatever, you know, I don't care about this guy. Fast forward 4 months, Joseph wins a gold medal at the Olympics. He beats Michael Phelps. He gets almost $1 million for it, and he's rich and famous now. And all of a sudden, this girl's like, wow, I fucking goofed. This is the biggest regret of my entire life. I should have just messaged him back. I can't believe I fucked up so bad. Well, how stupid of me. I should have known this guy was going to be rich and famous one day. Wow, I really regret that now. It's my greatest failure in life. I wish I could go back in time and message him back, and then I could take advantage of all his fame and money. It would be such a better life for me. Wow, man, I really made a bad decision. Oh well, you know, it's whatever. I'll just find a new rich and famous guy. No big deal. Okay, so the lesson of today is, if you ever get rejected, don't worry. It's not a big deal. This is all you need to do. You need to enter the Olympics, beat Michael Phelps, the greatest swimmer ever, win a gold medal, also win $750,000, and then that girl will probably change her mind, alright? It's pretty simple, really. I mean, that's not too much to ask for, right? I don't think so. I think anyone can do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to take up too much of your time now. I know you gotta go start training for the Olympics, so that is it for the video. Thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
Do you want power, or do you want me?
Copy. I'll get back to patrol.
Hey, they got from the fight. Pull out the fight. It's fighting snappage. I am tired of this female lying.
I'm tired of these females lying. Episode number 12. This gotta be the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Just take a look at this quote right here. I was too hot not to cheat. Writer tells how she was destined to stray because she was so much better looking than her husband. What the
fuck did I just read? This cannot be serious. This is the goddamn criminal herself. Whose mom is this? Somebody come get your mom. Who let her out the fucking kitchen? First of all, let's get this out of the way. You are not too hot. Where the fuck did you get that from? If even that was a valid excuse, which it's not, by the way, your old Skeletor ass definitely is not qualified to use it. Who the fuck do you think you are? You need to bring yourself back down to reality, alright? Please join the rest of us humans on Earth, alright? I don't know where the fuck you're at, but you are not thinking clearly. Now, there's actually a whole article about this. This woman herself wrote a whole article trying to explain this behavior. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I figured we need to launch a full investigation into this situation. We need to bring out the crime unit because a crime has been committed here, alright? So everybody go ahead and get out your calculators and let's see if we can add this shit up. The agony of being too beautiful to be faithful. As it's revealed, attractive couples are more likely to divorce. This writer says she was bound to cheat because she was so much better looking than her husband. Wow, the agony of being too beautiful. That must be rough. What a hard life you must have. I couldn't imagine dealing with such a thing. First of all, you ain't even that hot. Like, why is she over here acting as if she's Nina or something? Alright, let me just tell you this, alright? This says it all right here, alright? Let's say I was just browsing the Pornhub MILF category, alright? I was looking for some shit. I see some Lisa, I see some Ava, I see some Brandy on there, you know what I'm saying? But let's say I also see this fucking bitch on there. I wouldn't even click on your video, alright? You know what? I'll take it one step further. I wouldn't even hover over your video to see the goddamn preview. So you need to get a hold of yourself because you are clearly delusional. The fatal flaw in our relationship was I blossomed to become so much better looking than he was. My poor ex couldn't cope with living in my shadow and constantly felt jealous and insecure. So here we have a picture of her and her husband on their wedding day, and as you just read, apparently she was just way too beautiful. He's just this ugly fuck, and she's just this perfect, beautiful flower. Now, you're looking at the picture, right? And I gotta tell you, I just don't fucking see it. She looks like a fucking Who character from Dr. Seuss. Something's wrong with my vision or something. I gotta go to the doctor because I'm just not seeing this supposed beautiful woman that's just so much better looking than her husband. I'm just not fucking seeing it. Meanwhile, I had my fickle head turned every which way by the gorgeous men who stepped over my poor, plain accountant husband to flirt with his perky young wife. I ended up leaving him for one of his rivals. Wait, what the fuck do you mean rival? Who has rivals in real life? This ain't a fucking movie. What is this, Pokemon? What do you mean by one of his rivals? Just his enemy? Like, what the fuck am I hearing? A banker with blonde hair and chiseled features who was introduced to me by my female friend. Oh, here we go. Did you guys see that last part? These hoes gotta stick together. The man she ended up cheating on her husband with, his fucking rival, apparently, whatever that means, was introduced to her by one of her own girlfriends. She just threw the assist, alright? They were just working together. She just threw up the lob, and this bitch dumped that shit, aka hopped on the meat. I had married in 1989. When I was 26, I genuinely believed my husband was the love of my life, but 18 months later, it was all over, gone, because someone had flattered and seduced me, and stupidly, I didn't have the backbone to say no. Needless to say, my Lothario soon gave me a taste of my own medicine, driving me insane by chatting up other women. After a few agonizing months, I was left nursing a bruised ego when he moved on to someone new, and yes, she was gorgeous. Yeah, that's what you get for being a goddamn hoe. That's called karma. Poetic justice, you might say. Hold on.
do not ever quote Kendrick again. You are not worthy. But I am far from the only attractive woman to have messed up her marriage by being too pretty for her own good. Researchers at Harvard University, like Gossip Mag columnists, were debating why Hollywood power couples such as Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie or Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes rarely go the distance. Wait, is she trying to compare herself to Angelina Jolie? Is that what is happening right now? The latest example is Scarlett Johansson, who filed for divorce from her second husband this month and has frankly stated that monogamy is just not for her. Alright, hold up. Stop right there. I have heard enough. Now you are trying to compare yourself to Scarlett Johansson. I'm sure all of you know who that is. Black Widow from the Avengers, among many other roles. Super famous. I'm sure everyone fucking knows. Anyways, she said that apparently she's not the only attractive woman to have messed up her marriage by being too pretty. That's her exact fucking quote. She then said, oh, also Scarlett Johansson did, Angelina Jolie did. So you know what? Let's just get a little comparison here of Miss, I don't even know what her name, what is her fucking name actually? Hold on. Julia. Okay, so let's just do a little comparison here of Julia and Scarlett, alright? So here's a picture of Scarlett Johansson, and now here's a picture of Julia. Scarlett, Julia, Scarlett, Julia, Scarlett, fucking Julia. Alright, I think you all get the point. I remember soon after we married, I was at a dinner party sitting next to an attractive male friend and realized with great regret I'd never have the opportunity to go out with another man again. Let's go ahead and translate that real quick. With great regret, I realized that I'd never get to hop on this dude's dick. There was a frisson of chemistry between us. Later that evening, I danced with him despite seeing the pain on my husband's face. Oh no, she just ended up cucking him. What's up with all these dudes recently, man? This guy, the guy from yesterday's video. Listen up, gentlemen. I'm gonna need you to have some goddamn respect for yourself, okay? Listen, it don't matter how ugly you are. It don't matter how small your dick might be. Alright, we small dick ugly gang over here, and you know what? That's okay. You still deserve to be treated with some goddamn respect. So have some fucking respect for yourself. Do not ever let yourself be played. So I changed my ways and my expectations. I was 42 when I met my partner Steve, a 60-year-old eco-builder. He is as far removed from the playboy type I used to go for as you could imagine. And I hope he'll forgive me when I say less conventionally good-looking too. So she's just roasting her new husband. Apparently he's too ugly for her as well. Is this bitch serious? 20 plus years later, she is finally done with her hoe ways. She settles down with some 60-year-old, apparently ugly dude that she doesn't even like. I find that hard to believe, first of all. Dude's a fucking grandpa, and you telling me he's gonna be laying down that pipe? You telling me grandpa gonna be going in? I don't think so. So she definitely about to hop on the next meet that just says hi to her, that's for sure. And even then, let's just think about this. She spent 20 plus years just going from dick to dick, didn't give a fuck, you know, anybody that rolled up, what's good, you know what I'm saying? Think about the miles of sausage that have driven through those walls. And now this poor guy, this poor ugly man Steve, wiped her up. He didn't give a fuck. He went ahead and put a ring on it, man. She probably got over 100 bodies. We're talking triple digits. Actually, 22 years, that's less than 5 a year. And we know, according to her own statements, that she was getting all kinds of meat up in there. So shit, you know what? She probably got over 200 bodies. Just fucking imagine that for a second. Jesus! save some dick for the rest of us. Like, how the rest... let me stop. But really, imagine wifing that up. Imagine wifing up a 200 body count. Jesus, man. I'm fucking sick. I am sick right now. You know what? That is it for the video. We have seen how this story ends. I think we can all agree this girl is fucking delusional and actually insane. So all I can finish it off with is, I'm tired of these females lying. Thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
Still no news on that cop. Don't imagine too many people around here are gonna miss him.
I'm tired of these females lying. Episode number 6, and we have a good episode for today. Today, we're gonna learn the truth about women on YouTube. We're gonna get an in-depth, behind-the-scenes, inside-the-mind look at women on YouTube, alright? Because we just don't understand the hardships that they go through. It's very tough to be a woman on YouTube, alright? We just can't understand, we can't relate to how difficult it is to post videos of yourself on the internet. But lucky for us, these women have demonstrated the courage to come out and tell them, I can't even fucking talk about that anymore. Basically, what we're going to be looking at today is a video that a group of female YouTubers came out with that basically describes how tough it is for them to do YouTube. And there's some really interesting points in there that I wanted to talk about. So, you know what? All that being said, let's go ahead and get right into the video.
As a woman on YouTube, I would describe my experience as careful, empowering, brave. There's a lot of judgment when it comes to women and the kind of content they create.
Alright, we gotta stop it right here. We literally only watched 10 seconds of the video, and it's already a failure. So, let's just look at what she's saying. There's a lot of judgment when it comes to women on YouTube and the content they create, but isn't there judgment on YouTube for everyone? Is this supposed to imply that somehow men don't get judged on YouTube? Is that what this is implying? Because the video says women on YouTube. And the first point made in the video is that women are judged on YouTube. But here's the thing, everyone's fucking judged, man. This is not a problem only associated with women. Everyone gets fucking judged on YouTube. Everyone gets judged in real fucking life. This is not some problem that only applies to women. There's no reason to sit here and fucking cry about it. Alright, I go to my comments, someone tells me I'm an ugly fuck. Am I gonna come make a video? Men on YouTube, I'm being judged. This dude told me I'm ugly. Like, what the fuck? That makes no sense whatsoever. And the fact that that was the first point made in this video just already sets up the rest of the video for failure.
People tend to sexualize you. I just want to be out there and really empower girls with sexuality. But for some reason, when I empower the young generation with sexuality, I'm seen as a slut instead of focused.
Alright, so let's split this up because they said two different things. First, they said women are sexualized on YouTube. Once again, this is not something only specific to women. Do you think there's no males on YouTube that are sexualized? You don't think if I go to fucking Justin Bieber's comment section, there ain't a whole bunch of fucking 15-year-old girls typing out shit about how fucking wet they are looking at this dude, you know what I'm saying? So that doesn't make any sense because men are also sexualized on YouTube, so that is not a valid point to bring up in your stupid fucking video. If you're gonna bring up points talking about how hard it is to be a woman on YouTube and how unfair it is, you should probably only use points that directly apply to women and don't apply to men. That would be a good idea. Now on to the second part. Apparently, she doesn't like being called a slut. Okay, that's understandable. All she's trying to do is empower the younger generation, and she doesn't understand why she's being called a slut for doing so. So let's just look at the facts here. Women do not like being sexualized on YouTube, and they do not like being called sluts. Okay, that's both valid points. But, that being said, let me just go ahead and show you a little bit of evidence here. Okay, so what you're looking at now is some screenshots that I took. I went to each of the girls in this video's channel. I sorted their videos by most popular, and I went and took screenshots of some of their most popular videos on their channels. Now, as you can see by all of these videos, they all have a very common theme. They are all very sexual videos,
with regards to the titles and the thumbnails. So my question then is this, right? So try to follow with me here. I know logic is real hard for some of these feminists to understand, but let's look at this logically. So you don't like being sexualized, yet you upload videos like this where you're sexualizing yourself. And also, you don't like being called a slut, yet you upload videos like this saying how to kiss and unboxing my new dildo. So I'm just not quite understanding how you don't expect to be sexualized if you're uploading sexual videos. If you upload a video with a fucking dildo or two girls kissing in the thumbnail, obviously people are gonna fucking talk about it, man. So just a tip, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to follow my advice, but it might help you out a little bit. If you don't want to be sexualized, don't upload sexual videos.
Instead of focusing on things that you're saying and the points you're trying to make, they'll focus on, what you look like that day.
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I have this correct, okay? So, you did a Playboy photo shoot, and now you're surprised that people are commenting about what you look like. Now, I'm just a little bit confused here. What exactly was the point of the Playboy photo shoot? Was it not to get people to look at you and comment? Or maybe I'm missing something. Maybe Playboy has transformed into some scientific journal. But last time I checked, Playboy was made to have pictures of girls being sexualized. But yet, you're surprised that people are talking about what you look like. This shit really just isn't adding up.
Tell me something. I have this ability of blocking out everything that is bad. You're just a slut. You don't deserve to live.
Shut up and go do your makeup. Show us what lipstick you use or something, people can do that are useful.
I wouldn't even rape you. I had a conversation.
Wait, what the fuck? I wouldn't even rape you? What the hell does that even mean? Like, you're so ugly that I wouldn't even bother wasting my time raping you? Like, what the hell? Who even says shit like that? What does that even mean? I don't know. That kind of just caught me off guard. Like, they would just be like, yeah, you're a slut. Go put on some lipstick. Oh, by the way, I wouldn't even rape you.
People have described in detail in an email that took 15 minutes to read how Bria should wrap me up in duct tape until I suffocate to death, and then those people could come and watch. My people along.
Once again, this whole segment itself is just fucking stupid. They're just talking about how they received some mean comments, as if no males on YouTube receive mean comments. And then she tells this weirdo fucking story about how she spent 15 minutes apparently reading this email. Like, did you not think maybe after like 3 minutes when this guy's telling you how he wants to die, that maybe you should stop reading it? I don't know, let's just continue reading for the next 10 minutes. I don't know how it takes you 15 minutes to read an email. That shit must have been a fucking book. But regardless, do you not think that a man on YouTube has ever received a weirdo email talking about how he needs to die? I'm pretty sure they have. So, once again, these points are just fucking stupid.
Why do you think it takes 200 channels to find the top 20 connections? That's really embarrassing.
Wait, what kind of stupid fucking point is that? How is it someone else's fault that your channel isn't one of the most popular channels on YouTube? Maybe your videos aren't fucking good enough. Did that ever occur to you? Like, I don't know, because clearly a female can become successful. Let's look at Jenna Marbles, one of the most subscribed people on YouTube. And guess what? She doesn't make fucking videos about her dildos and lesbian kisses, so, maybe you should take some tips, maybe then you become one of the most subscribed people on YouTube if you quit uploading dildo unboxings.
To the whole society, as a woman, I would like to say, listen, we pop babies out of our vaginas. We can do anything.
What does that even have to do with anything? I don't even understand the point of bringing that up. How does that help your argument? I don't know. Anyways, in conclusion, let's wrap this up. Let's just look at what we learned today from this video. Apparently, we should not sexualize women who upload videos sexualizing themselves, because we are apparently judging them, something that happens to everyone, but only women should be upset about it. And also, we should refrain from leaving mean comments on women's videos only. It's okay to still leave them on men's videos, but don't you dare leave it on a women's video. That's too much, okay? Only they have to deal with negative comments, alright? I have never seen a negative comment on any of my videos. People never judge me, people never talk shit to me, because I'm a male, so they only do it on women's channels, so anyways, that's it, man. Another L taken by the feminists, man. They just can never win. They really just don't know what they're saying. They're fighting a fight that really doesn't even need to be fought, if that makes any sense. It really is pointless. Anyways, though, thank you guys all for watching.
be sure to like it if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're not already. Comment on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out. I'm tired of these females lying. Episode number 10. We got another one. If you follow me on Twitter, you already knew this one was coming, but for everyone else, here we go. A Sacred Heart girl admitted she made up a rape that got 2 football players kicked out of school to pick up a guy. And this right here is a full picture of the girl, of the criminal, I should say, because yes, this is a crime, by the way. So basically, without actually going into the article just yet, based off the headline, it seems that this girl lied and said 2 dudes, not one, by the way, 2 dudes raped her and then got them expelled from the school, probably in some sort of criminal charges, and all of that was in order to pick up a guy. Like, I'm not even sure what that means. Like, there's no correlation here. Where's the fucking correlation? How does you saying that some dude raped you help you pick up guys? Like, I don't get that. First of all, it's really simple here, actually. First of all, you're a female, so you don't gotta pick up guys. That doesn't exist for females. As a female, if you went up to a dude and you were like, hey, you trying to get up in these walls or what? It's not like the dude's gonna say no thanks, like, I'm gonna have to pass on that. Unless you're like an absolute fucking wildebeest, then maybe they would pass, and even then, probably like 30 to 40% of dudes still wouldn't give a fuck. They still don't care. I'm serious, these fools are grimy out here, alright? They down for any sort of walls, it don't matter. As long as, you know, you got like 2 legs and you're still breathing, hey, that's good, basically. Now, in this specific scenario, looking at this girl's picture, you guys can all see it, she alright, you know, she ain't some ugly fucking wildebeest or anything. I can't tell if we're getting MySpace angled here or not. Like, she does seem like a possible suspect for potential humpback whale status, you know, a little beluga whale action going on. I'm not sure, you know, I can't really tell from this picture. I need to see a full body picture to continue my investigation, but if she isn't right now, she probably will be in like 5 to 10 years, you know, she kind of has that look. She looks like she might be approaching beluga whale status in the future. But regardless, judging from this picture right now, I don't really understand why all of that was necessary. Like, why was it necessary to make up all these lies in order to pick up guys? Like, this really doesn't make any fucking sense to me. So maybe we will find some answers in the article, so let's go ahead and see what happened. In this instance, a teen claimed she was repeatedly raped by 2 Sacred Heart University football players in a tiny basement bathroom while the party raged on. This is like the most fucking stereotypical story I've ever heard in my life. But months after the players were dismissed from the team, stripped of their scholarships, and had withdrawn from the school, 18-year-old Nikki Yovino confessed she had made the rape allegations up to gain the sympathy of a prospective boyfriend, police said. Let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly. She basically just said, yeah, hey, these 2 dudes raped me in order to gain sympathy from some other guy who she wasn't even with at the time, a prospective boyfriend, aka like he was a prospect, aka like she wanted him. So she went up to him and said, hey man, those 2 dudes over there raped me, like, will you be my boyfriend now? Like, what? What am I hearing? This is not adding up. Where is the correlation there? How does that help your cause in any way? But anyways, let us continue. Let's see what else she has to say. She admitted that she made up the allegation of sexual assault against the football players because it was the first thing that came to mind. What the fuck am I hearing? How is that the first thing that comes to your mind? A fake rape story. What the fuck is wrong with you? And she didn't want to lose another male student as a friend and potential boyfriend, the affidavit states. She stated that she believed when the
other male student heard the allegation, it would make him angry and sympathetic to her. Alright, man, what the fuck am I reading? First of all, how is that the first thing that came to mind? Like, are you fucking insane? The first thing that comes to your mind is to create a fake rape story and ruin two other people's lives that haven't done shit. You just want to ruin their lives for no reason, just so you could potentially get a boyfriend. Not even like, did she get the boyfriend? Like, can I get an update on the story? Did she get him? Yes or no? Probably no. Probably once he saw this story, he realized she was fucking insane. But can we at least get an update if she got the boyfriend or not? I'd love to know. What was the fucking point of doing all, like, you didn't gotta do all that. It would have been very easy for you to go get this new potential boyfriend. Like, you didn't have to make up this whole fucking story and all that shit just so you could talk to this fool. Like, I'm sure if you just came and talked to him like a normal person, he would have been just fine. Like, you didn't have to come up with this fucking story. On October 15th, police were dispatched to St. Vincent's Medical Center for a sexual assault complaint. Police said Jovino told them she had attended a Sacred Heart Football Club party the night before at a house at Lakeside Drive here. Police said the girl claimed the two men pulled her into a bathroom in the basement of the house. I don't want to be in here. I don't want to do anything. My friends are waiting for me outside. Let me go outside. Police said she claimed she told them. This is like the most fucking stereotypical story. She probably copied this from a fucking movie or TV show or something. Police said Jovino told them they held her down and each took a turn sexually assaulting her. Alright, she going into the fucking details apparently. Police said both men admitted having sex with Jovino in the bathroom, but said it was consensual. Wait a fucking minute. Whoa, hold up, wait a minute. I had it all wrong. Oh my god. I was under the impression that she just like picked two random dudes and said, yeah, like these two dudes raped me. Yeah, like these two dudes raped me. That's not what happened here. She actually did have sex with these two dudes in the basement bathroom. Wait a fucking minute. Hold up. So you're telling me she went to the basement bathroom to go ahead and get that double meat special, alright? She went down to the basement and ordered an extra large meat lover's pizza with some extra sausage on top, alright? She went down for the double dick special, okay, in the basement. She was down for it. She was 100%. Oh my god, this just changed it all. I'm tired of these hoes lying, alright, bitch? You just a goddamn hoe. That's all it is. There ain't no sexual assault, anything. Nothing's going on here. You literally went down into the basement and let the football team go to town. There's probably more than two dudes. She probably let the whole team have a turn. She ain't give a fuck. Now I'm fucking mad, dude. I thought she was like making this whole story up. It turns out she's just a goddamn one. Let me catch my daughter in the basement. Hell no, if I have a daughter, she's being homeschooled. That's without a doubt, 100%. She's sitting in a room. She'd be lucky if I let her out the goddamn room. Anyways, let's go back to the story. Both students agreed to withdraw from the university after they were stripped of their scholarships and as they were about to go before a disciplinary hearing. Kodo later questioned Jovino again after other students told them it appeared Jovino had gone willingly into the bathroom with the men. One student said he had overheard Jovino telling the men she wanted to have sex with them. As I fucking
fucking said earlier. That's all you gotta do. Ain't no dude gonna say no. I literally just fucking said it. Just go up to him and say, hey, you trying to get up in these walls? The dudes are gonna say, well, yes, as a matter of fact, we would like to get up in those walls. Would you like to join us down in the basement? And there you fucking go. This story just took a complete new direction. Now, I thought this whole thing was fake, but in reality, this all actually happened. The only thing that was a lie was that she said it was sexual assault when it was not. Was she just a goddamn hoe? That's all it was. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. I'm feeling pretty good about it so far. Let's go ahead and see how the story ended, of course. I'd like to see what happened to her as a result of this crime she committed, and I'd also like to compare it to what happened to the two gentlemen, the two innocent, loyal, upstanding citizens of America that did nothing wrong. I would love to know what happened to them. And we also need to know what happened to this fucking disgusting criminal here. So let's go ahead and see. One of the students has now been allowed readmission to the school, but without his scholarship, and he is no longer on the football team. So that's one of the dudes. What happened to the other fucking dude? Who knows? They don't even talk about him. As far as this dude is concerned, he no longer has a scholarship, so he now has to pay thousands of dollars. And I mean, if he had a football scholarship, he was probably good in order to get a scholarship. So he no longer even gets to play football, and he has to pay for his own school, all because this girl lied. And I don't even know what the fuck happened to the other dude. So let's go ahead and see what the girl's punishment was. On Wednesday, Jovino of South Setauket, New York, was charged with second-degree false reporting of an incident and tampering with or fabricating physical evidence. The tampering charge is a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison. For all that, she ruined two people's lives who did absolutely nothing, and she gets some retarded charge of false reporting, which is nothing, and a felony charge of tampering, which is punishable by up to 5 years, which she will probably not get the entire 5 years. She might not get any at all, you know, she might just pay a fucking fine, be on probation, good to go. It's as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, if the truth had never came out, those two dudes would have got fucked, alright? They definitely wouldn't have gotten no up to 5 years in prison, some minor bullshit. They would have been getting their ass pounded in prison for like the next 20 years, yet all she gets is just like a little, tampering charge, no big deal, you know, here's your up to 5 years, like, but, you know, you're a girl, so, you know, maybe we'll just give you like 6 months, you know, you pay a little fine, you're probation, you'll be alright, you know, no big deal. Where is the equality, alright? As a proud supporter of feminism, I believe there needs to be an equal punishment for the girl in this scenario. She needs to get the exact same punishment that the two dudes would have gotten had they been convicted of this. She needs to get that. Whatever the fuck that is, 10 years in prison, 20 years, whatever the fuck it is, probably some serious shit. That's what she needs to get for lying about it. That's the only fair thing to do in this situation. Alright, I was just about to do the outro, and I was just looking at some other articles to see what else people were saying, and we have some new information. It's actually even worse than we originally thought. Alright, so from that first article, it kind of seemed to me that she confessed, like she came clean, like, yeah, you know what, that didn't really happen, I made it up, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's the impression I was kind of getting from there. But according to this new evidence, as you can see on the screen, the teen was caught lying about the rape to get sympathy from her prospective boyfriend after sex were found on her cell phone. Alright, so apparently they found messages on her phone that proved she was lying. So she never like just came out like, oh, you know what, I feel bad about lying. Here, I'm gonna come clean to the police. No. That's not what fucking happened here. She got caught. That makes it even fucking worse. I don't think she was ever gonna come clean. Like, she was just gonna let those two dudes have their fucking lives ruined, and she didn't give a fuck. But she happened to get caught with messages on her phone, and then the police found out she was fucking lying. That adds a whole nother level. Like, I thought she fucking came clean. This bitch is actually fucking crazy. And now finally, to top it all off, this other article does have almost a full body picture of her, as you can see on the screen now. It seems that my prediction was correct. You know, she's not quite at the humpback whale status yet, but, you know, you can tell, like, she will be there in the next like 5 to 10 years. She's on that path. I can promise you that with a 99% guarantee. You can already see signs of it. So anyways, thank you guys all for watching. That is it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Of course, let me just put a little disclaimer here as well. Obviously, this happens the other way as well. A girl does come forward and maybe the police don't believe her or there's no evidence or whatever, and she really was a victim. That does happen as well, and that's fucked up as well, and it's really unfortunate that shit like that has to happen. I'm tired of everyone lying. How about that? These females lying, these males lying, everybody out here fucking lying, and I'm tired of it. How about we just tell the truth? That would be good. So anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to like rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are not already. Follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out.
Trying Febreze card? Febreze starts just right and stays just right for 40 days. Febreze card.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for core power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. High quality protein to build muscle. The nutrition you need to power on. Champion your recovery with core power.
You guys already know what time it is. I want you guys to say it with me. Say it with me so I know it's real. I want you to feel the words escaping from your soul as a breath of freedom washes over your body. Are you ready? Say it with me. I'm tired of these females lying. Episode number 5. We got a good episode today, fam. We had some slander occur on Twitter last night and also this afternoon. All the tweets have been deleted, but do not worry. I have them all saved, and we will be able to look at them. So let me give you guys a little bit of an introduction here. Basically, Ken's or Kensley or Roast Beef, whatever you may know her by, her and Scump recently broke up, you may or may not know, and a lot of slander has been occurring on her behalf towards my main man Scump, our main man Scump. He don't deserve this slander, this blasphemy. And the thing is, he's in Optic Gaming. He cannot say anything back. The sponsors are watching, but don't worry, I got you. I owe it to the green wall to do this. I got y'all. So let's get into this. So here's how it all went down. It started with Ken's tweeting a picture of her and her new boyfriend or whatever going out to eat dinner. Now someone replied to this picture saying he doesn't have 2 gold medals though, obviously referencing Scump's 2 X Games gold medals. Now Ken's then responded by saying,
but he sure know how to take care of me, smiley face emoji.
So as you can see, she was throwing a little shade, and then Fuck Bitches came in and said, did he buy a house for you though? And this is where it happened, fam. This is where the slander occurred. This is where the blasphemy occurred. The Arby's number 3 combo meal then had the audacity to respond with this statement.
The bum wanted me to pay half the rent, LMAO.
What the fuck did I just hear? Hold on, let's read that again. Let me make sure we have this correct. The bum wanted me to pay half the rent. LMAO! That's so funny, man. Why would someone want you to pay half the rent at somewhere you're living at? No, you should just live there rent-free. LMAO, that's funny, right? What the fuck am I seeing? Who the fuck do you think you are? You got the magic pussy or something? You got them magic walls or something? Your walls inhabited by a Holy Spirit? What is so special that makes you think it's hilarious that someone would want you to pay your half of the rent? Now this is the part where I have Kanye West's Gold Digger video on the screen playing with Scump's face on Kanye and Ken's face on the Gold Diggers, but YouTube play a game, they don't want me to succeed, so y'all missed out on a great fucking experience. But just imagine that right now as I'm speaking. This is just so perfect, because this is the mentality that some females have. I won't roast all of y'all, for once I'll be nice. Some females
females actually have this fucking entitled, ungrateful, fucking selfish, gold-digging mentality that just because they got some walls, that apparently everyone else in the world just gotta buy shit for them and they don't need to do shit with their life. Let me just put this into perspective. I could get in my car, go to Arby's, wait in the drive-thru, pull up to the fucking microphone, say, yeah, I want a number 3. She's gonna say, yeah, that's $5. I pull around to the window, I grab the sandwich from her, and then I pull it out, and I stick my fucking dick in that roast beef sandwich, and that's the equivalent of you. So you know what? You're worth $5, okay? So anything more than that, and I'm gonna hit up Arby's. The Arby's might be better. I don't know. Now, if all of that wasn't enough, even the feminists aren't supporting her. They are not even supporting one of their own fellow women. That should tell you something. So I contacted some of the well-known Twitter feminist accounts, and I wanted to know what their thoughts on the situation was. And one of them responded with this.
That it's not okay. If it's your house too, you pay half the rent. No matter your gender.
So not even the feminists are on her side. And they're always trying to help out their fellow women. And even they think she's wrong. Now we're not done here. Let's circle back to the earlier tweet. When she called my man Scump a bum. So you're telling me my man Seth, a 2-time X Games gold medal champion, the best Slayer in Call of Duty history, have you seen his KD in the Call of Duty World League, is a bum. The guy who bought the entire house and who is paying for everything is a bum because he wants you to pay half of the rent and you refuse. But the guy who's actually paying for everything is the bum. So what does that make you for living there for free? Let's take a look here, shall we? So if we actually look up the definition of the word bum, it comes up with a vagrant, a lazy or worthless person. The sentence they provide is, you ungrateful bum. Now, let's look a little bit deeper here. Let's look at the definition of vagrant. Vagrant. A person without a settled home or regular work who wanders from place to place and lives by begging. Huh, who does that sound like to you? Oh, it sounds like the Arby's number 3 combo. So in fact, by literal definition here, Scump is not the bum, but ironically, Ken's. You're actually the bum. Wow, what a turn of events here. Now, if all that wasn't enough, we have one final thing to look at here. Earlier this afternoon, when tweeted, were you not able to pay for half of it? A reference to her earlier comments about rent. The Arby's number 3 combo then responded with this.
Niggas act like I don't pull in that $$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$
Huh. So apparently you're rolling in money, but if that's the case, why would it be such a big deal to pay half the rent? Don't worry, I know the answer. 2 weeks ago, Stump uploaded a video talking about his optic house living situation, and in this video, he talked about his rent, and he stated that his rent was costing $2,500 a month. So if we do a little bit of simple math here, divide that by 2, that becomes $1,250. Now $1,250, that should be nothing for someone who's rolling in all this money, right? But let's take a look. So on her Twitch channel, she has approximately 200 subscribers. You get paid $2.50 for every subscriber. So a little bit of math, once again, that's about $500, okay? Now we add in whatever ad revenue and donations, we'll add another $300 or something like that, okay? So let's say around, you know what, let's just be nice, $1,000 a month at the very most. That's me being nice. That's still not enough to cover the rent. If you want to throw YouTube in as well, we can do that. She uploads like 1 video a month. She'd be lucky to get $100 a month from YouTube. So we'll be nice again. We'll say $1,100 from YouTube and streaming. Once again, that's not enough to even make the payment on the rent. But yet, here she is claiming on Twitter that, that would be no big deal, that she's just rolling in the money. But in fact, the reality is, she couldn't afford the rent
rent payment. It would have required an actual job, venturing out into the real world. That was just beneath someone such as the artist number 3 combo. She just couldn't degrade herself to that level and get a real job. Oh, and just to throw this last thing in there for some banter purposes, even someone who works at McDonald's earns more than $1,000 a month. But the difference is, I don't think they'd be flexing about how much money they pull in on Twitter.
Did you know most dish soaps don't remove all the grease, even with scrubbing?
What? I just cleaned those.
Try Dawn Platinum. It removes 99% of grease and food residue. That's why Dawn is trusted to save wildlife affected by oil. Dawn Platinum cleans to the squeak.
I have tried of this fuel line. Alright, what's going on, guys? So, as you may or may not know, Ben Simmons officially won the 2018 Rookie of the Year award last night. So, first of all, let me say huge congratulations to Ben. Definitely the best second-year rookie that I've ever seen. However, he also won another award last night that doesn't seem to be getting as much attention. I don't really know why, so I wanted to go ahead and discuss it a little bit. So I would like to take the time out right now to formally congratulate Ben Simmons on winning the 2018 Cuck of the Year award. Now, I know it's only June, so technically there's still another 6 months to go before the year is officially over. However, the NCA, the National Cuck Association, has decided that Ben has already blown away the competition with his actions. So there's really no reason to wait any longer, and they've gone ahead and given him the award right now. So if you're out of the loop, you might be wondering, well, what has he done to deserve such a prestigious award? Well, let me go ahead and fill you in real quick. So if you didn't know, Ben has a little relationship going on with the one and only Kendall Jenner. Now, you would think as an NBA player, you should know better than that, right? Like, we all know how real the Kardashian curse is, but for some reason, these NBA players just don't understand it. I mean, actually, I guess I do know the reason. We have all seen what Kendall Jenner looks like, but that's strike one right there, alright? But you can be forgiven for one strike, right? One strike, not a big deal. However, this next piece of information, well, this is strike 2, strike 3, strike 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It just keeps going on. This dude's out of strikes after this one, in my opinion at least. I'll let you guys be the judge. So let me just read you a little something real quick. Ben Simmons believes Kendall Jenner didn't really cheat on him because she told him the guy she was kissing was like a brother to her. I really can't even read that without laughing. That's how crazy this is. Video of the new couple leaving the club. Now that right there is what we call a cucked up situation. Where do I begin with this one? Well, obviously there's two angles to discuss here. Let's start with the first one. Let's start with my man Ben, since we've already come this far with his side of it. Listen, man, on one hand, I totally understand, right? That's Kendall Jenner, okay. But at the same time, you're Ben Simmons, you know what I mean? Like, that fucking dude. I'm gonna go out here on a limb and say that you don't necessarily have very much trouble with the ladies, You're a nice looking fella, no homo. I mean, you got Kendall Jenner, right? So that's got to mean something. Aside from the fact that she has completely cucked you, you still got her, right? It still counts, all right? You can still mark that one down. But come on, man. We got to have a little bit more self-respect. We got to have some dignity, man. This is just unacceptable behavior. This is just cuck of the year behavior, right? Like, that's all there really is to it. I just don't see how this is acceptable behavior for a man, right? I mean, I understand how it happened, but it's just not acceptable. But that's all we can say about Ben for the time being, right? It happens to the best of us, I guess. All we can hope is that we learn from our experiences, and hopefully we don't make the same mistakes in the future, right? Now, let's move on. Point of this video. Don't think I forgot about you, Kendall. We know about you. We know all about you and your kind, alright? See, when it comes to Ben, we all kind of feel bad for him. I mean, well, as bad as you can feel for a multi-millionaire NBA superstar who's apparently in a relationship with Kendall Jenner. You know, I don't think none of us are really in a position to feel bad for him, but, you know, we kind of feel bad for the situation. He didn't really do nothing wrong, I would say. You know, he's just a young man in love, alright? And you have cuffed this young man, so it is our job to stick up for him and bring some light to this dark story. You know what I mean? Because you have cuffed him with one of the worst excuses I have ever heard in my life. And for some reason, he bought it. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you why, but I'm not Ben Simmons. I ain't had the pleasure of being inside those walls, so you just another code to me. There's no difference. You can't blind me from the truth. It's 2018. Everyone, everywhere has a smartphone with a camera, and they are just waiting for an opportunity to use it. So let me just remind you real quick what her excuse was again, right? She said it didn't really count as cheating because the guy she was kissing was like a brother to her. Oh, okay, that makes sense, right? No, actually it doesn't make any fucking sense. So, keeping that excuse in mind, here is a picture of Kendall and this supposed brother of hers kissing on the couch. This is exactly her crime. Now, I don't have a sister, so maybe I can't relate here. Maybe I'm missing something, I don't know. But I don't believe that this is the type of kiss that a brother and sister should be sharing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Those of you right now in the comments who have a sister, has your sister ever mounted you on the couch and kissed you on the lips? Because that doesn't seem like a very sisterly thing to me. I don't know. Once again, I could be wrong. I don't have a sister. Maybe this is a very normal thing, but according to my calculations, she was trying to get some of that meat, you know, some of that brotherly meat, it seems like. So the only reasonable conclusion that I can come up with here is that we have another case of these females lying. And guess what? I'm fucking tired of it, alright? And that's not all. It gets better. I want to use this example as a perfect opportunity to show how females, once again, are living on recruit difficulty. All she had to say was, oh, that guy? Oh, that kiss? Nah, don't worry about that. He's like a brother to me. I mean, I'm totally sitting on his dick. But that's normal behavior between brother and sister, you know? That's not weird. Don't worry about that. I mean, it's not like Ben hasn't seen this picture. This picture is out there. I didn't uncover some hidden secret here. This picture is widely available on the internet, but he saw the picture and he doesn't care. And that's really how easy it is out here. That really is the definition of recruit difficulty. Like, these females will never know the struggle of veteran, man. That's why we gotta stay strong out here. We got to stick together, alright? Listen up. Each and every one of you is a king listening to this video right now. Well, I'm sure there are some females listening, I guess. This doesn't apply to you, alright? You already got enough, alright? This is for the kings out there, alright? Listen, we cannot give in to the temptation of the walls, alright? From now on, we gotta just jerk each other off, alright? That's what real friends do. That's how you know you got a real friend right there. I mean, you don't gotta get weird with it, alright? You can close your eyes, you don't gotta make eye contact or nothing, but hey, if your friend is in need, you gotta give them a helping hand, alright? We don't need females anymore, alright? We got each other. So that's pretty much it, man. Once again, congratulations to Ben Simmons on his prestigious awards. I'm sure he's a lot happier about one of them. Well, actually, I guess he doesn't really give a fuck, so maybe he's happy about both of them. But thank you guys so much for watching. That's pretty much it for the video. Be sure to like, rating, YouTube, enjoy, subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out.
Our fate is in your hands.
I'm tired of these females lying. Episode number 3. What are we gonna be discussing today? Well, I wanted to talk about girls and their social media selfies, but I wanted to talk about a very specific selfie, not just your everyday regular selfie. This is a very specific one. And once I describe it to you and I show you the example, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You could probably think of numerous examples if you've seen this. And the thing about these selfies is, it really does fucking bother me, man. I don't know why. It shouldn't bother me this much, but they really fucking piss me off, man. It's just something about it, man. It just fucking pisses me off. And now the pictures I'm talking about are like whenever a girl gets a new item, or it doesn't have to be an item, just something new, she has to share that on social media then, right? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. She has to share it with everyone. But the problem is, like 90% of the time, whenever she actually posts the picture, whatever the fucking thing is that she's trying to show off is not even the main point of the picture, man. That shit really bothers me. Okay, let me give you guys an example. Let's say a girl gets a new haircut. So she'll come on social media and she'll say, new haircut, but then she'll post a picture like this on social media. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. So you're trying to show off a pic of your new haircut, but the only thing I'm seeing here is your ass. Like, I understand, okay, you got a new haircut, you want to show everyone what it looks like, but why the fuck am I looking at your ass? Now, don't take that the wrong way, I'm not complaining. Feel free to post as many pictures of your ass as you want. We all welcome them, okay? We appreciate them. But don't fucking insult my intelligence by trying to trick me into thinking that you posted this pic because you got a new haircut. We all know why you fucking posted this pic, okay? You ain't fucking fooling nobody. This is not how you show off your new haircut. Like, you're turned around wearing a bathing suit, pointing your ass at the mirror. You can write whatever fucking caption you want on this picture. We know what you're trying to do. And like I said, I'm not hating. In fact, I actually encourage this behavior from all female. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Not from all females, because I'm not trying to scroll down my timeline and see a fucking hippopotamus posting these type of pictures, but from most females, I would encourage this type of behavior. But y'all gotta stop with these stupid ass fucking captions, man. You're not fooling anyone. I don't know what you think in your head if you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna just post this picture and I'm gonna put my ass in it, and as long as I title it new haircut, no one's gonna know that I'm actually just trying to show off my ass. Like, no, bitch, we know exactly what you're trying to do. And it doesn't end at a haircut. There's all sorts of scenarios where they be posting these pictures. It never ends. They be getting fucking creative with this shit. I gotta give them a little bit of credit on that one. Like, look at this shit, man. This girl would post this picture and she'd be like this, new phone case. Like, hold the fuck on. What does she expect to happen when I look at this picture? Am I supposed to see that? Oh, new phone case? Let me check this out. Oh, wow, that is a really cool phone case. What is that, like purple gradient? Maybe some zebra stripes on there? Or look, is that tiger stripes? What is that? Wow, that's really fucking cool. I totally don't notice your unbuttoned shirt with your two huge fucking tits busting out of it. I totally didn't notice that. Like, what? Move your fucking phone case out of the way. You're blocking one of them. What the fuck wrong with you? Bitch, you know damn sure you unbuttoned both those buttons before taking this picture. Look, here's another one. She would post this picture and be like, new shoes.
Like, come on, man, you ain't even trying to hide it with this. This is clearly just a picture of your fucking ass. The shoes aren't even all the way in the picture. I can't even see the entire fucking shoe. Like, don't get me wrong, this is a great picture. I love the picture, but let's not try to pretend this picture is about your fucking shoes. Alright, I got one last one. She posts this picture and be like, oh my god, look at my new nail polish. Like, hold on. First of all, where the fuck are your clothes? Second of all, why are you on your bed? Third, let me go get my fucking microscope so I can zoom in on your fucking hand to see your nail polish. But in the meantime, I can see your titties perfectly clear. Like, if you want to post a picture of your fucking hand, post a picture of your hand. If you want to post a picture of your fucking titties out on the bed, don't fucking be talking about your hand. It's very simple. Anyways, man, that's it for this video. I guess one final message to all the ladies out there. I'm not saying to stop posting these pictures. That's definitely not what we want, but stop posting these stupid-ass fucking captions on them. If you're gonna post a picture of your new phone case, which believe me, no one gives a fuck about, but if you're really gonna do it, just post a picture of your phone case and follow that one up with a picture of your fucking ass. You don't even gotta put a caption on it, just the ass pic will do. That's all good, don't worry about it. But don't be posting these dumbass captions. That shit be getting on everyone's nerves, and believe me, you aren't tricking nobody. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out.
With new Cascade Platinum Plus, I load this and get this. Dare to dish differently.
You know with TextNow you don't have to pay a dime for phone service, right? With TextNow you can call and text anyone, anywhere in the US for free.
I'm tired of these emails live. Episode number 2. This might have to be the new series, because you hoes always fucking lying. Every time I catch you lying, you're getting exposed. You think you're slick or something, but I'm on to you. I know what you're up to. I got the key to unlock the door into your mind. I know what you're fucking doing. So, it was a normal day. I was just browsing World Star, seeing if they had any cool fight videos or crazy videos and stuff. Typical stuff, right? And I came across this one video in particular. Now, let me set you up for this video. Let me just set the stage real quick. So, I'm sure you all know who Bill Cosby is, you know, if you didn't watch the show or whatever. Like, I never really watched the show. I was more of an Uncle Phil person, you know what I'm saying? But I know who Bill Cosby is. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone does. Especially as of late, you probably know who he is because he's been all over the news and social media. Everything has all been Bill Cosby. But if you somehow have no idea what's going on, basically, I don't know the exact number of females. I believe it's 41. I know it's over 40. It's like 41 to 46 or something like that. Basically, a lot of fucking females have come out and they've said that, you know, he apparently raped them sometime in the past. And some of these girls are like old now, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit happened in like the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, 2000s. A lot of these cases are just super fucking old, and the girls are just now coming out and saying, you know, what happened, right? So a lot of people are freaking out about it, like, oh my god, I watched this guy for years on TV, I was his biggest fan, I watched all the episodes of the TV show, everything, and it turns out he's like some fucking serial rapist. What's going on here, right? But now the thing is, this trial has actually started now, so all the real evidence is being brought up. They're all figuring out what really went down, and the story's starting to change. So let me just play this clip for you real quick, and then we'll come back.
Model and actress Chloe Goins claims that Cosby drugged and assaulted her at the Playboy Mansion's Midsummer Night's Dream Party in 2008.
I would like to see justice for all of us.
LA County District Attorney Jackie Lacey's office found major problems with Goins' story. Newly released documents say that Cosby wasn't even in town during the alleged assault. He was in New York. As for Goins, she wasn't on the guest list to be there either. and wasn't seen on any surveillance cameras there.
Now what you just watched was a 30-second clip of a 16.5-minute video. I will link the video down below. Obviously, I'm not going to include all of those clips in this video. If you're interested, you can go check out the rest of the video. The main point here is the entire video was filled with clips like that, and that's what I want to discuss here. Now, first of all, let me say this. Now, obviously, in the video, not all of these females' allegations were proven false. Some of them are probably just never going to be proven true or false. Who knows what's going to happen, right? But the thing is, at least easily over 10 bitches lied about this shit, and that's what I want to discuss here. Now, I'm not saying he's innocent. I don't know whether he's innocent or not. I don't really care that much because, I was never like a huge Bill Cosby fan or whatever. Like, I don't really care that much. I don't know whether he's innocent or not, but he definitely is not guilty of fucking 40+ counts of this shit. That's where it's just getting absurd, you know what I'm saying? Even before these clips even came out, like, let's be honest here, if he's some serial fucking rapist who's just been raping for the last 30 years, someone would have came out before now. Let's just be honest for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, some of these bitches are just seeing all the publicity and all the money that they can be getting from this. They're just jumping on the bandwagon saying, yeah, he did this, blah, blah, blah. When in reality, none of that shit happened, you know? Like, let's just look at the previous example. This bitch wasn't even in the same state as him. This bitch was not even on the security cameras. She wasn't even on the guest list. And she had the audacity to just come out and lie and say, yeah, he raped me. Like, come on, man. Like, that's just not even close to being true. Like, it's not like, okay, they were at the same place, maybe something could have happened, who knows. This bitch just completely fabricated a fucking story up. That's just fucking crazy to me, man. Y'all females out here with no remorse, no conscience, just no fucks given, just trying to get that money and the fame. Like, what? You're ruining this man's life. And this is the thing, right? This is why it's really an issue, right? This is not something new. This is something that happens, all the time. But here's the thing. If these bitches are doing it on a national stage in front of all the cameras, all the media, everyone can see what's going on. They're doing it on a fucking global stage even. I'm sure people over there in fucking Europe know about Bill Cosby and his case and stuff, right? The whole fucking world probably knows about this case, and they have the audacity to come on here and lie on fucking national and global TV like that, then just think about the cases that are not on national TV, they don't get any attention, that no one cares about, that no one knows who's involved in. Just think about what bitches are capable of getting away with on those cases. If females are willing to lie in front of this fucking huge spotlight like that, imagine what they're willing to do behind closed doors. Imagine how much further they could take these lies. Like, there needs to be some fucking punishment sent out here for these females lying. That should be a crime. I don't understand how that's not a crime. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be a fucking crime. There needs to be a punishment here, because just based off word of mouth, you're in the position to ruin someone's fucking life, and then you get exposed for lying about that, and you just, walk off, oh, okay, you caught me, whatever, well, I guess I won't ruin his life today, you caught me, let me just move on. Like, no, hold the fuck on. There needs to be some sort of punishment here to prevent people from doing this. An example needs to be made out of all these fucking Cosby bitches, because they're the ones who got the spotlight right now. They're the ones who got the news attention. An example needs to be made of them. All the ones that get exposed for lying, something needs to happen to them. That's what I'm saying. Now, as far as the ones that are telling the truth, or if any are telling the truth, I don't know. That's up to the judicial system to decide what's going on with that, or, whatever happens with the case, that's fine. I'm not concerned with that, but these bitches that just came out here and blatantly lie like that, just to try to get some free exposure and money, or whatever the fuck they're searching for, right? They need to be punished, for sure, because this is not something that's just, only happens in this case. This gotta be happening all over the world, man, and there is no consequences for it, so no one's gonna stop doing it. So, I don't know, man, that's all I wanted to say. I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense. Hopefully it is. But basically just, you can't be going around lying, there needs to be some sort of punishment for that. That's fucked up, man. Like, you're playing games with people's lives. Like, you can ruin lives over that shit. Something just needs to be done, that's all I'm saying. Whether Bill is innocent or not, that's not the point of the video. I'm just using that because it's such a huge case that's getting all this coverage or whatever. But you hoes gotta stop lying. That's fucked up. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, rating if you enjoyed, subscribe. If you are not already, follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out. Okay, this is gonna sound kind of random, but I just found this last thing I wanted to add to the video. I was already done with it, ready to make it, and I found this, so I wanted to edit it. But you remember that Chloe bitch that I showed you in the beginning that was proven to be completely lying about her story? She has a fucking diss track on Cosby, dude. She made a fucking diss track. Alright, so let's just be real for 2 seconds here. If you were raped by Bill Cosby and it was a huge traumatic event in your life, are you gonna come on social media and drop diss tracks about it as if it's some fucking joke? Come on, man, let's be fucking real. Thank God she already got exposed for fucking lying. This bitch is exactly who I'm talking about in this entire video. That clearly just lied and tried to get attention. You should have a fucking diss track. You see any of these other girls dropping no fucking diss tracks? Like, come on, man. This girl is literally the embodiment of this entire video I just made. I had to include this fucking diss track in the video. I'll put it on the outro so y'all can listen to it, man. Unbelievable what these females are up to nowadays, man. Unfucking believable.
Now everyone knows you'll keep getting protested and booed out your show. It's a trip. He kept on for all these years. Too bad your victims were women with voices to hear. It's not going away. It's time to face the facts. I can guarantee you that you'll never make a comeback. And me again, promise you won't be missed. Cause I'm here in the studio, cutting the pin. Rap, attack on this hard track. Always a hit, be sure of that.
Another episode of Storytime. It's been a while, but I believe that we are on episode number 19. I finally have something worth making a video about. So here's the deal. It's kind of a long story because it's been going on for like the last, 2 months or so. And it's finally gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, like, what the fuck is actually going on here? So basically, there is a Eugene at my gym. I'll try to find maybe an image or something that would be a good representation of kind of what he looks like, because I definitely am not going to try to take a picture of this dude in real life because, well, I mean, I'm not trying to fucking die. I mean, who knows what would happen if this fool caught me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to have to explain that one, you know? He might just reach into the gym bag, you know what I mean? So, we can't be having that. Safety first, alright? Safety is the #1 priority here. So anyways, let me just kind of explain what happened. Besides the fact of what he looks like, which, you know, that was my first clue that we might have ourselves a Code Eugene, you know, but his behavior in general is very strange. So first of all, let me just say this so we all understand the situation here. I'm not friends with this dude. I have no fucking idea who he is. I don't even know his name. Oh, by the way, he knows my fucking name. I don't know how he got it, but that was definitely a red flag right there. Motherfucker probably watching me make this commentary right now, alright? He might about to bust in my room at any moment. He got the long barrel quick draw DMP ready. I don't know. Well, probably got stopped too. Watch out. But anyways, I probably see this dude at the gym, I don't know, maybe like once a week or so, and it started about 2 months ago. I had never seen him once before that. I've been going to this gym for more than a year. Never seen him before that. So anyways, I probably talked to him now, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 times. Not that much. I don't even remember what happened the first time he ever talked to me. I didn't even think anything of it at the time because I had no idea. You know, he just like asked me some workout question or something, I think. And, you know, I just answered it because, #1, I could sense that we might have ourselves a Code Eugene once I seen what he looks like. My radar was picking up some signals on that one. So I made sure to be nice to him just in case, you know what I mean? And #2, I don't really mind helping people out like that if they have questions, you know what I mean? Because I can most likely answer whatever question you have. But anyways, I see this dude again, and I guess because we had talked that one time for like literally maybe a minute, in this dude's mind, we are like best friends now. So I don't know, but anyways, he comes
over to me and starts talking to me again. I'm like, wait a minute, who the fuck is this guy? Do I know you? What's going on here? Because he came over and started like just talking to me as if we were just best friends. I was like, wait a minute, who the fuck are you, dude? What the hell? Alright, real quick, let me just say this. You gotta understand this. I go to the gym to work out, to make some gains, not to fucking socialize, especially not to socialize with some weird-ass motherfucker like this. Like, if I don't already know you, alright? If we're not already friends, and you don't have, like, a workout question, or, you know, you want to know how many sets I got left, or you want a spot, you know, something like that, don't fucking come talk to me, dude, because when I say I hate people, I'm kind of serious. Like, I'm a little serious when I say that. I kind of fucking do. But, you know, if you're a Eugene, I might need you to keep at least a 25-foot radius away from me. That's it. I just need, you know, no Eugenes allowed in my personal space. That's all. I mean, I don't think that's too much to ask. But anyways, back to the story. This is where it gets kind of weird, alright? So, every time I see this dude, he comes up trying to talk to me about some bullshit. I don't even know. But recently, he's been saying some very strange things to me, alright? So let me just give you a little background information real quick so this makes more sense. Usually when I go to the gym, I'll either wear a hoodie or a shirt or even a long sleeve shirt on top of my cutoff shirt, right? And I'll start working out like that, and then after I warm up for a bit, maybe after like 20 minutes or whatever, I'm feeling good, I'll take it off. So one day I was working out and this dude was there and he hadn't talked to me yet, which I was actually super happy about. I was like, finally, dude, this dude's gonna fuck off, not talk to me anymore. I was very excited. I took off my hoodie and I was just wearing my regular cutoff, basically looking like I'm a champ, alright, right there in real life. And he finally comes up to me and he's like,
Hey man, I like that you took off your hoodie. Now I can really see.
Try it.
Alright. Mind if I touch your wiener?
What?
Really? All of you better.
He said that to me and I was just kind of like, wait, what the fuck? Did I hear that correct? What is this dude saying to me? I mean, I was just kind of confused. So I was like, what? And then he was like,
oh, nothing. I can just see you better now. Don't worry. It's a good thing.
So at this point, things are kind of starting to add up in my head. I'm like, wait a minute, you know, is this dude low-key trying to get this meat or what? Like, what are you, fucking gay? Is this dude gay? Because that's a very weird thing to say, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I was just like, well, I don't want to fucking offend this dude or something. So I'm like, okay, man, that's cool, thanks. I gotta go do this, and I just walked away just to be away from this motherfucker. I couldn't even focus anymore. I was kind of scared. I was like, you know, I'm about to run to my car. This dude gonna be hiding in the back seat with a B23R pistol or some shit. I don't know. Dude got dark matter probably. I don't fucking know. This motherfucker is crazy, and I think he's trying to get a taste of this sausage. You know what I mean? And this sausage ain't available for you, bro. We got a problem, alright? So we got a full red alert. Code Eugene is in full effect at this point. In my mind, the sirens have went off. I'm like, alright, we got ourselves a situation here. I see him like a week later again. He said the same fucking shit again. This time he said something like, oh, I really like that shirt. You can see so much of your body. And I was just like, what the fuck? Dude, miss me with that shit. But it didn't stop there, alright? This is where I had to draw the line, alright? Then this fool asked me for my phone number, alright? He was like, hey, I'm about to leave, but what's your number? Maybe we can hang out or work out together sometime. And then when he said this, I was like, okay, this dude gotta be fucking gay. Not only do we have a Eugene, we have a gay Eugene. This is a world's first. This is new. I've never encountered something like this. This is uncharted territory. I gotta proceed with caution, alright? This is a new species. We need to study them first before we make any sudden movements. So, also, real quick, let me just say this. There's nothing wrong with being gay, alright? Don't take it as, you know, me being mad about that. I don't have a problem with that. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, you know? If you like yourself some fucking dick, good, go get some dick. But at the same time, I'm not fucking gay, so miss thing with the gay shit, you get where I'm coming from? I'm not giving you my number, dude. First of all, I don't even really fucking know you, man. And, you know, the next thing you know, if I give you my number, you're about to be sliding me a dick pic in the morning. We can't be having that, Eugene. I don't want to see your me. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do because I talked to you like fucking 5 times and now we're best friends. I don't know. I don't even say much, alright? I give them like one-word answers and I try to end the conversation as fast as possible. I'm like, you know, I gotta go work out or whatever. I try to be as nice as possible, but at the same time, like, not give him anything. I don't want to give him no fucking personal details about my life. The only reason I talk to him and don't tell him to fuck off is because I'm not trying to die, alright? He looked like the type of dude to have dark matter in real life. I'm not playing no games with that, alright? He's got at least like a fucking 14 KD in real life, alright? And he ain't about to make it a 15, alright? I'm not getting put on this dude's in real life combat record, okay? So, anyways, let me just fast forward a few weeks to now, and it's the same shit. He keeps like complimenting me or whatever. He's asked me for my number many times now, and I always just like, no man, you know, I'll just say something. And I don't know what the fuck to do. I can't even say nothing to this dude. I'm just in a difficult situation, because what can I say? He probably has a fully loaded red dot sight AK-47 in his gym bag, and it's ready at a moment's notice. I say something to piss this dude off, he's bringing out the fucking extended clip, you know what I mean? He got stopping power for sure, so I have to be nice to him because I'm literally scared for my own safety at this point. On a scale of 1 to 10, as far as my safety is concerned, I think I'm at like a 6, maybe a 6.5. Like, it's starting to get fun, like, okay, this is getting kind of serious. And it's only getting worse the more that this goes on. I don't know what the fuck to do. I think I'm gonna have to switch gyms. That's the only solution. Or maybe I'm gonna have to start going in the morning or something. If I go really early in the morning, hopefully he won't be there. But I'm pretty sure what will happen is he'll figure out what time I'm going, because this motherfucker watching me, he's probably watching me make this video right now. He would definitely be on some shit like that. So I feel like even if I started going in the morning, this dude would find out what time I'm going and then start going in the morning as well. So yeah, I'm not even sure if that would work, but anyway, that's pretty much it. I thought I'd just share my troubles with you about this. You know, I have a legitimate Code Eugene situation, and I don't really know what's gonna happen. Hopefully he doesn't kill me. Just know that one day, if I ever stop uploading videos and I just stop tweeting, you know, and it's been a couple days and I haven't uploaded, I haven't tweeted, you know what happened, alright? Eugene finally got me, alright? Eugene hit me with the drop shot. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out. Guys, the story everyone has been waiting for, I guess. How I almost got arrested, keyword, almost got arrested at UMG
Dallas. Now, I'm going to tell you the story from my point of view of what happened, and it can pretty much be backed up by 2,000 people who watched the stream of it all going down. And I don't know if Keem is going to make a drama alert about it or whatever. There was a lot of misinformation being spread around, and I'm hoping that this video kind of just clears it up. Just a side note, most of the tweets were deleted and stuff, so I got you whatever I have left, whatever hasn't been deleted. Even myself, I deleted a few of them, and everyone else involved deleted their own tweets and stuff. But a lot of you guys saved them, whatever, and I asked for them, and I got some of the deleted tweets, but some I guess are forever deleted. So I'm going to try to put it all together for you, and that's pretty much it. This is very much anticipated, I guess, so if you guys enjoyed this vid, be sure to drop a like for all the effort I went. So, realistically, it all started with just a simple Twitter joke. Now, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys know that I try to be, funny on Twitter, whether or not you think I'm funny or I'm just a fucking idiot. That's whatever. Most people understand that almost everything I tweet is just purely, entertainment slash, me trying to be funny or, whatever, or trolling, or, just mainly just funny tweets. I'm never really too serious on Twitter. I think most people, they understand that. So, it all originally started when I tweeted this about Drifter. I said, Drifter said he's better than Big T and Rambo, but he can't go positive for Spence. And obviously just a little funny tweet. I think most people agreed with it. They found it funny. As you can see, that's 55 retweets, 136 favorites. I feel like the tweet was pretty widely well accepted, and no one really had any problems with it. Anyway, so later on, this guy, you can see on the screen, I'll put it on there now, this Axel guy, he quoted my tweet and then tagged all of Drifter, T Martin, Legion, and myself. Oh, and this MLG Impulse guy, I guess. I think he's also playing a little pink wall team or whatever. He tagged us all in the tweet and then tagged me and then quoted my tweet, and then Legion then responds to it, and I guess Drifter also said something, but he has me blocked, said something about how it was false, and then, Legion responds to it. You can see, he says, needs a reason to hate even if it's not correct. And now at this point I responded. That's another thing, people trying to put the blame on me that I started it or whatever. I didn't start anything. You can see every single one of them tweeted me first and I only just responded to them. I don't really happen to just seek out drama, but I sure as fuck am not gonna just let people say whatever the fuck they want to me. That's just a personality trait. You can't just let people say whatever they want to you, whether it's on the internet or it's in real life. It doesn't really fucking matter. You need to stick up for yourself. But anyway, so Legion responded to it or whatever. He said something about, now apparently he wasn't talking to me, he was talking to this Axel guy. I said, I don't need a reason to do shit, you must not realize who you're talking to. Simply implying that, you guys know, I say whatever the fuck I want, I don't need a reason to say whatever I want to say. I say anything that's on my mind, I give my opinion on everything. You either like it or you don't like it, but I'm not here to fucking hide shit from nobody. So he responded to me, he's like, I was responding to whatever, something else. I was like, alright, cool. He's quoting something that I said, which is not misinformation. I responded normally. At this point, it was pretty much over. That was it. That was the start of the combo. That was the end of the combo. And at this point, T Martin then entered Dimensions, and this is where it kind of started to turn into a bigger thing, I guess you could say. He said something about, you think you're a badass or something. I was like, you gotta watch out. These are hostile mentions. I was just still kind of trolling at this time. I hit him with the I seen ya line and stuff. I was still really just trolling them. And basically, then out of nowhere, Pomage enters the combo. I don't know why. I guess those are his friends or whatever. That's the other thing. People, once again, try to say that I started it, but Pomage just entered the combo out of nowhere. He had nothing to do with the situation. He just came in talking shit or whatever. So I said something to him, I was still at this point trolling. You can see, I'll put the tweets up on the screen. I said, I'll 1v4 your whole team IRL. I got a bald head. And then he says, you live 15 minutes away from the venue, and you say this, you're scared, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm very intimidated by you 130-pound gamers. Don't knock me out, blah, blah, blah. You can see some more of his tweets here, and he says something about come to the venue, I've always wanted to meet you, someone is nervous, 15 minutes away and doesn't do shit, basically just acting tough as shit. And I was like, okay. So at this point they all just kind of started feeling tough, I guess. They were just their little group, they just thought they were feeling tough. So then T Martin says some stuff about how I won't show up. He says here, yeah, but he won't. Then Drifter also decides to say some stuff, and this was pretty ironic actually that Drifter would tweet this, because Drifter, he tweets this tweet with my name, and he says, you live 15 minutes away from UMG Dallas, you never show up, he puts my pic in there. This is coming from the dude who always tries to play the victim and act like, I'm attacking him or whatever, he never does nothing wrong. I thought it was pretty ironic and pretty hypocritical that someone would always try to play the victim like that and then just try releasing my personal information, putting pictures of me on there. This is the dude who got mad that I posted a picture of his wife. Now he's posting my pictures and my name on the internet. But, I don't really give a fuck. If anyone, welcome to roll up. They're all just, acting like they're fucking tough. And this whole time, they're the ones acting tough and then calling me the internet tough guy, right? So this whole time they're all just encouraging me to show up, you know, you're not gonna do shit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck it, you know what? And I tweeted this out. I said 1K retweets and I'll roll up on these gamers. I showed my address to the hotel and I showed it would take 46 minutes. And that tweet has 1,400 retweets. I deleted it now, but it hit 1,000 in probably 10 minutes or less, I would say. T. Martin tweeted it out saying retweet this, I think Drifter, and everyone just retweeted the tweet. They got it the juice or whatever, and it hit 1K, and I was like, fuck it, dude, I'll roll up. I'm not concerned. Like, I'm not really too worried about nobody at fucking UMG Dallas doing anything to me. At that point, I made the decision to go ahead and roll up to the event. I got in the car and I started tweeting some, you know, videos and stuff. And then I set up like this whole Periscope thing or whatever. It's like a live streaming thing. And basically 2,000 people watched me roll up to the event. I was just talking to the chat and stuff. We were having a good time. Now here is where the whole questionable aspect of the story comes into play. Now, the police, they didn't tell me who made the call or anything like that, or if it was an anonymous call or whatever. But basically, someone called the hotel and they told them that I was on the way there and I was just strapped, ready to go to shoot the fucking hotel up. That's basically the story that the hotel was told. So when I rolled up there, they were basically ready for me. But we'll come to that in a second. T. Martin DM'd me. He said he claims it was not him who did it, and it could have been Drifter, it could have been fucking Legion, it could have been fucking Keemstar, it could have been fucking Pamaji, even, I don't know who the fuck called. Someone called the cops, and basically, you know, they saw that I was actually gonna roll up on there, and they decided, they bitched out. That's pretty much it. Like, they tried to act super tough on the internet, they called me out for whatever, and they realized that I'm not a fucking little pussy, and I actually did roll up on the place, and then they got scared and called the police. It's basically the rundown of the situation. But anyways, let me tell you the story of what actually happened once I rolled up there. Now, I pulled into the parking lot at this point. I turned off the stream and I started checking my Twitter. I wanted to see what was going on. My mentions were